from the beautiful Thomas More Stadium in cloudy Florence, Kentucky. It's Christmas in July night here at Thomas More Stadium. Game 2 of the 3-game series between the Florence Y'alls and the Mississippi Mud Monsters. Welcome to the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN, as well as the Florence Y'alls Radio Network on our YouTube audio stream. Rory Tettemer alongside Ben Howler, excited to be here with some holiday spirit on Christmas in July night. Ben, you were wearing the Christmas Santa hat at first, and there it is. He's back on. I'm wearing our 2024 Christmas in July shirt featuring Y'all Star as a I want to say it's Santa, but it's more of like a garden gnome. I guess a garden gnome there. But we are happy after a Y'alls win yesterday, 8-6 from Mississippi. Back for Game 2 today.
Yeah, well, Merry Christmas, Rory, first and foremost. And it will be a great Christmas present if Florence could get their first series win since the All-Star break. That'd be a good start to the All-Star break. That first game yesterday, a really good win.
Yeah.
Faced, a decent starter for Mississippi and Tyler Campbell, and, didn't get to him early, but eventually did enough to get to the bullpen. And the number one issue, I think, going into the bullpen, or going into the All-Star break, I should say, for the offense was definitely success against opposing bullpens. It had really been a problem for Florence, not a problem last time.
No, without a doubt. That was something we were talking about a lot before that All-Star break. Florence really hadn't had any success against the opposing bullpen. It seemed like every game it was 4 or 3 innings of shutout baseball from the bullpen. Yesterday they were able to battle back. It was a nice back-and-forth game. Really showed some resilience from that offense. I think you heard it in the Brett Blomquist post-game interview. They have all the faith in their team, even in the staff that, we were talking about today, a 7+ ERA combined. They still have faith in them. They know they're getting better. The ERA for the bullpen is starting to come down, which is good. Not so much for the starting rotation, but hopefully better things to come on that side. Yannick Villalobos delivered a phenomenal start yesterday, and we're hoping for the same thing from Evan Webster, coming off of his best start last Sunday.
Yeah, certainly. And I think that's the biggest thing for Webster. It's been 2 steps forward and then maybe 1 step back. It still had a very, very good season. Not to take anything away from that, but he has had a few starts he'd like back.
Yeah.
But just trying to piggyback off of the last one was a really good one, and they needed that going into the All-Star break.
Taking a look at the lineups today, Braylon Skinner will lead things off in center field, batting second, the first baseman A.J. Fritz. In the 3 slot, the designated hitter Samil De La Rosa, batting cleanup again, the catcher Victor Diaz. In the 5 slot at the hot corner, Travis Holt, batting 6th, the left fielder Kyle Booker. In the 7th slot, entering the lineup, the right fielder Tavis Payne, batting 8th, the shortstop Joshua Shelley. In rounding it out, the second baseman Slater Shield. Again, Evan Webster on the mound, the southpaw, facing another lineup with a good amount of lefties in it. They are heading out onto the field for Florence. We'll take a pause here on the Fifth West pregame show as we listen to our national anthem. Don't go anywhere. Florence Y'alls baseball coming up. Wow, lovely, lovely rendition of our national anthem. You wouldn't believe that there was a debate going on in the front office before. No one had ever heard of her sing, and also there was like no tape prior to knowing if she was good for the national anthem. I believe they ended up getting some tape, and she just knocked it out of the park here. We're ready for some baseball at Thomas More Stadium. Christmas in July night for the Y'alls. They're out in their all baby blue jerseys with baby blue pants and the flow red caps. Mississippi in the all black jerseys with black caps for the road team. Evan Webster, the southpaw, on the mound for Florence. He enters with a league-high 7 wins and 4 losses, a 4.59 ERA, or 5 losses, a 4.52 ERA for Webster entering this one. Florence 29-28, the Mud Monsters 25-33 in a battle of the Midwest Conference. Florence looking for a series win. Mississippi hoping to extend the series another day until tomorrow. Taking a look at the first 3, it's Braylon Skinner, A.J. Fritz, and Samil De La Rosa. The first 2 from yesterday, and then Samil De La Rosa moves up into the 3 spot today with Karel Paz on the bench today. Florence really saw some production late. Hoping to see the starting lineup maybe a little bit better. However, it is Sergio Sanchez on the other side for Mississippi. He's only had 2 starts, one of them against Florence. He's looked really good to open up his career with the Mississippi Mud Monsters.
Yeah, he has. And again, two starts, a very small sample size, but one of those coming against Florence. I think when you're just trying to find your footing in a league, the fact that you get to face the same lineup again, even if the order's changed a little bit, could really help with your comfort going forward.
Lefty-lefty battle to open up this ball game. Skinner against Webster. Braylon Skinner, the 2026 Y'all-Star for Mississippi, him and Chris Barraza. Skinner, a .325 average entering today. He was 0 for 5 with a run scored yesterday. 2 strikeouts. Did reach just 1 time yesterday. Trusty leadoff man for Mississippi. Gotta say, I do like those black jerseys. Numbers still always a little hard to read for Mississippi, but
it's always going to be that way with their color scheme.
First pitch, fouls it away. We are underway right on time again at 6:36. A very cloudy day here in Florence. Had some showers before the game, but also, might be seeing some during the game. It's been very rainy this weekend. That one misses outside, a 1-1 count. Webster, his last time on the mound was in Joliet, and he delivered his longest start of the season. Certainly one of his best. 8 innings pitched, 5 hits, 1 run, 3 walks, and 8 Ks. He tied a season high in strikeouts, but then also got his season high in innings pitched. That one's in there for a strike, 1 and 2 as the sun starts to peek out at Thomas More Stadium. Working from a sideways windup, middle of the rubber. The 1-2. Grounder, high hopper over towards Broussard at third. Throw across the diamond. A 1-hopper to Zeisler, and it's scooped up in time. 5-3 on the putaway.
Yeah, I don't know if Broussard needed to 1-hop that, but certainly starting to get comfortable with that a little bit. And Zeisler, very good defensive first baseman, being able to handle those.
Brings up A.J. Fritz. Let's take a look at the defense for Florence. Behind the southpaw, Evan Webster. That'll be Marcus Brodell in left field, Tyler Schoenfeld in center, Milo Rushford in right. In the infield, you just saw Broussard at the hot corner, Dylan Baker over at short, Brett Blomquist at second, and Hank Zeisler at first. Behind the plate, Kyle Harbison doing the catching. 0-1 the count. A.J. Fritz, a swing and a miss there. Webster quickly back to the windup. The 0-1 fouls it away. He's up 0-2. Oh, nice little rainbow heading out over right field, actually landing right behind center. We do have a rainbow here at Thomas More Stadium.
Rainbow's Christmas in July.
Yeah, sure. Why not? You don't often see rainbows in the winter, I guess. No. 0-2. Missing upstairs. What would be the science behind that?
Not sure. I'm not
sun just not,
guy.
close enough?
I guess. I don't know. Science was not my subject in high school.
Here's the 1-2. Fouls it away. I actually was a big science fan. This would have been 5th grade science. I don't know if I would have said back then.
Too far away.
You're not going to learn. You wouldn't have learned about this in, high school. If someone did, I'd love to know. Webster out of Union, Kentucky. Is 1-2 to Fritz. Skies it out towards right field. Rushford finds it, comes in. Splash into the black leather mitt, out number 2. Ground out to third, and a weak fly out to right. Starts off the day for Webster. That'll bring up Samil De La Rosa.
Well, success for Webster is coming at a lot of different areas this year. You look at some of his best starts. Some of them you see a lot of strikeouts. Some of them you just see a lot of soft contact. I think one thing he's really good at is just being able to switch up his approach based on the opposing offense.
That one's in there for a strike. Starts off an 0-1 count to Samil De La Rosa, 0 for 3 yesterday with a walk and a strikeout. Webster's trying to start off with a 1-2-3 frame. 0-1, off speed, beautifully placed in there for a strike. 80 miles per hour, 1858 on the spin rate. That's a nice pitch. Webster earned a win against Mississippi on May 14th. 0-2, missing outside. That was his second start of the season, went 5 innings, 8 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, and 5 Ks. Here at Thomas More Stadium, an 8-5 win for Florence. Webster did not face them in Mississippi. 2-1, skies it out toward shallow right field. Rushford all over it again. Splash into the black leather mitt. A 1-2-3 frame for the opener of Evan Webster. Heading to the bottom of the first, Florence gets their first crack when we return to the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. It is raining right now. Just started pouring and everyone's scattered. Bottom half of the first inning is always brought to you by Heritage Bank. At Heritage Bank, we believe your money should work as hard as you do. Proudly local, fiercely dependable, that's the Heritage difference. Visit heritagebank.com to find a branch near you today. Well, the rain just randomly started pouring. Like I said, there was sun on the field in the top of the first, and it's still pretty light out, but must just be under a rain cloud right now because it has started to come down and sent fans looking for cover. It'll be Mississippi out onto the field to try and endure the weather. Sergio Sanchez, first time at Thomas More Stadium in his career, will face Milo Rushford, Brent Blomquist, and Hank Zeisler to lead things off for Florence. They'll be followed by the cleanup hitter, third baseman Garrett Broussard. Batting fifth, the designated hitter Brendan Bobo. In the sixth slot, the left fielder Marcus Brodell. Batting seventh, the center fielder Tyler Schoenfeld. In the eighth slot, the shortstop Dylan Baker. And rounding it out will be the catcher Kyle Harbison. Rain is really coming down hard. We learned anything from yesterday. This umpire crew does not have a quick trigger on it. They battled through it yesterday. Let's see how they handle it today.
Jose Marientes, I think, just likes playing in the rain a little bit. Third base ump today and crew chief. And I think it definitely benefited Mississippi a little bit because it rained harder in the innings that Florence was pitching. We'll see if that tide flips a little bit today.
Yeah, and I will say, like I said, it's still bright out. It's not like what we've seen sometimes where it's just, hey, that's a really dark cloud covering the entire sky. No, I see openings of blue here. So, this one might just endure the shower, and it seems like it's already easing up. The lefty Rushford digs in. First pitch to him. Missing outside. 91 miles per hour there, Sanchez. We mentioned in the pregame show, just 2 starts. He's got a 1-0 record and a .77 ERA. He's been phenomenal in both of those starts. One of those was against Florence. That one skied out towards right field. Payne coming in. He makes the grab for out number 1, 85 miles per hour off the bat of Milo Rushford.
Yeah, Milo Rushford continues to put good bat on ball. Another hard-hit line drive, just right to the defense. Settle into that leadoff spot pretty nicely.
Brings up Brett Blomquist. Let's take a look at the defense for Mississippi. Kyle Booker out in left field. Braylon Skinner in center. Tavis Payne, you just saw him in right field. In the infield, very similar to yesterday with one exception. Holt over at third, Shelley at short, Shield enters at second, Fritz at first, and Victor Diaz still behind the plate. All with Sergio Sanchez on the mound. The 1-0 to Blomquist ends up at the backstop, 2-0 the count. Blomquist, our player of the day yesterday, had a great day with 4 RBIs, a 2-for-4 line from Blomquist. Raised his average up to 336, picked up a walk as well. Big bases clearing double that gave Florence the lead. Fouls that one away. Fans starting to head back to their seats. Looks like the rain has stopped. Again, you know, it was very odd. Just a random, really hard shower for about 3 minutes. 2-1. Missing downstairs. 3-1. Bottom of the first. A 1-2-3 frame from Webster. 1 out, nobody on. The 3-1 to Blomquist. Grounds it up the middle and through for a base hit. The 2026 All-Star starting second baseman Brett Blomquist picks up his first hit of the day, the first hit for either club. That'll bring up the captain, Hank Zeisler.
I like the up-the-middle approach. And there's Brett Blomquist just doing Brett Blomquist things. I mean, I talked to him yesterday. He was the player of the game with 4 RBIs, making a big impact for Florence. Said that offense was just chomping at the bit to get going in the second half of the year.
The captain, Hank Zeisler, with an 0-for-5 day yesterday. Zeisler was 2 RBIs with a strikeout as well, so he did produce for Florence. Lowered his average to 333. First pitch to him. He cranks one high and deep out towards right field. Payne, warning track to the wall. So long. Ambush home run from Hank Zeisler. The first pitch he sees from Sanchez. Florence on top 2-0 in the first. 104 off the bat, 388 on the distance. A no-doubter for Zeisler in front of his family. That had to feel good.
It certainly did. Zeisler, when he gets his pitch, he rarely misses it. You know, the power we've seen disappear a little bit, but the contact numbers stay consistent. He stays with that same approach at the plate, and he just got a really good pitch to lift and pull into right.
Brings up Garrett Broussard, 1 away. Florence with a 2-0 lead. Grounds that one. Backhand play from Shelley. Throw on to first. Bounces it. And it's in time. A 6-3 put away of Broussard. We actually had a whole conversation about Zeisler before this game when we were determining our home run picks. You know, we were saying Zeisler 4 hits away from the franchise record, of tying the franchise record. Not thinking that he'd be, you know, looking for the power stroke. Certainly had one there.
Yeah.
That brings up Brendan Bobo.
Well, I mean, there's no. Sometimes you get guys like that. That's just the kind of guy they are. They're not huge power hitters. Well, Zeisler definitely has the power.
One misses upstairs. That's his 8th home run on the season. The leader in RBIs still. Bobo, the leader in home runs, 46 RBIs, 281 average. The 1-0 to him. Missing downstairs. Well, that's the most earned runs that Sanchez has allowed in his career with the Mississippi Mud Monsters. Started the year on the inactive list and then was activated July 1st. His first start was against Florence on the 4th of July. 5 innings pitched, 1 hit, 1 run, no earned, 3 walks and 8 Ks. I am now remembering this game. This was the man from the Colorado Rockies organization that didn't have a start in his last 2 seasons and came over here to Mississippi in a bullpen game and was just dialed against Florence.
and gave them 5 innings in a bullpen game. And at one point, he was rocking a no-hitter. Pretty
That's
deep.
crazy.
Yeah. Here's the 3-1. That one's skied out towards right field. On the run is Payne in the gap. He's not able to get there. One hops up and over the wall. Brendan Bobo with a 2-out ground rule double. Florence with a runner in scoring position now for Marcus Brodell.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he had a chance on that play, but I have no idea what Payne was doing out in right field coming up on that. I mean, that was loud and hard off the bat.
That double always brought to you by Taco Mama, where anytime is a good time for a margarita. Go visit their new location in Union off of US Route 42. Marcus Brodell really had a pretty under-the-radar season. 261 average, but a 423 on base, 522 slugging. He's picked up 7 home runs in the first half of his rookie career. First pitch in there for a strike on the outer half of 93. 31 RBIs for Brodell, the man out of USF. Oh and 1 the count. The 0-1 pitch, off speed. In there for a strike, a bender, 25-85 on the spin rate, beautifully placed. Florence with 2 extra base hits early from their lefties. Zeisler and Bobo. Can Brodell follow? Down 0-2 right now. He does not get the same shift that Bobo and Zeisler have gotten. Here's the 0-2. Fastball missing outside. With a righty on the mound, Florence does send 3 lefties in a row. Bobo, Brodell, and Schoenfeld awaiting on deck. From the stretch, the 1-2 pitch, grounder, high hopper over towards the shortstop. Picks it up, throw on to first, another bouncer, and it's in time, 6-3 on the put-away. Florence gets a 2-run shot from the captain, Hank Zeisler. They take a 2-0 lead into the top of the second. When we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Sounds good. Top half of the second inning, Florence with a 2-0 lead, courtesy of the captain, Hank Zeisler. Let's take another look at that 2-run homer from Zeisler deep out towards right field. He knew it right off the bat. A little bit of a bat toss as well.
I think it felt good for him. You know,
Yeah.
again, it's not that he's been cold. It's just that he hadn't had a home run in quite a bit of time. So I think that anytime you're as good of a hitter like that, you finally see what go over the fence, you get a little excited.
In front of the family as well. He now sits just 3 hits away from tying the Florence franchise hit record. 4 from breaking. 0-1. Missing inside to the batter, Victor Diaz. It's Diaz, Holt, Booker, 4-5-6-2 up for Mississippi. Big fan of Christmas music. 1-1, swing and a miss. Out of the shoes there of Diaz. You have a favorite Christmas song?
It's a good question.
Tell you what, they just played one of mine. It's Snow Miser, Heat Miser.
You don't like the Philly special like Christmas?
It's another one of mine.
Little Drummer Boy is one of them for me.
Little Drummer Boy.
Yeah, I think number 1 is Santa Claus is coming to town.
Okay. 1-2. That one's fouled away. I believe Philly Specials has renditions of both of those.
Yeah.
So what, if you're a karaoke, would you ever throw up Little Drummer Boy like
Absolutely not.
like Angela
Unless,
from The Office?
That's good.
Here's the 1-2. Fouls it away. Barely stays alive.
Unless we're like December 12th to December 25th, probably not. But if we're there, I mean, I might pull out my best Angela impression.
Yeah. Little Saint Nick.
It's a
Good one from the Beach Boys. I could just sing the entire broadcast if we're interested in that. 1-2 fouls it away.
Well, let's save that for another day.
Tell you what, we do have Rockin' Saturday after this. I wonder if they'll be going with Christmas songs in the postgame. A 1-2 count, nobody on, nobody out. Top of the second, Florence with a 2-0 lead. 1-2 pitch, grounder, high hopper over towards Broussard. He gloves it, a one-hopper on to first. That one's scooped up by Hank Zeisler. Out number 1, 5-3 on the put away. That scoop always brought to you by Can You Dig It? Can You Dig It too? Head on over to Can You Dig It RC in Erlanger for hands-on remote control construction and 4x4 rock crawling fun. Visit us in-store or book online at CanYouDigItRC.com.
Broussard's starting to look more and more comfortable over there at the hot corner.
He's one of the best, defenders in the Frontier League at third. Obviously had an error a few games ago. Had that one yesterday through the legs. I think maybe just two anomalies in a pretty good season, all-star season for Broussard. 1-0 the count to Travis Holt. Off-speed beautifully placed in there for a strike. That's middle there. 73 miles per hour, 1792 on the spin rate, just fooled him. Swing and a miss, gets a tip of it, end of the bat. 1-2 the count. Travis Holt yesterday, 2 for 4 line with a strikeout, hitting .272 on the season. Webster still looking for his first K. Winds and delivers the 1-2 pitch. Pops it up, shallow right field. In comes Milo Rushford. Splash into the black leather mitt.
Mirror, like that one.
Yeah, mirror images of themselves so far. Ground out to third and then a fly out to right. If this one ends out with a fly out to right, I'm going to give you a splash again.
Might be a literal splash, too, because how wet it is with the field right now.
Certainly. First pitch to the lefty Kyle Booker. Misses outside, 1-0. That was an off-speed first pitch there from Webster. That one's crushed into center. A 2-out single for Kyle Booker. 90 off the bat there. Nice line drive from Booker. Picks up the first hit of the day for Mississippi.
Yeah, a lot of what we talked about yesterday on the broadcast, kind of introducing the series, was just how interesting the makeup of this lineup is for Mississippi, and having some newer guys in the middle of the lineup. And that means there's some experienced guys down at the bottom.
First pitch to Tavis Payne, misses outside. Another off-speed there to start off an at-bat there from Webster. Florence with a straight-up defense against the righty Payne. Payne not in the lineup yesterday. The 1-0 in there for a strike top of the zone. Enters today with a .315 average. 1 home run, 17 RBIs. Sun peeking out again, cover in the field. 1-1, missing upstairs, 2-1.
Took me a minute. The first base umpire with the black uniforms for Mississippi, the first base coach and first base umpire look almost identical.
Definitely. If they wear the light blue, then they look like they're on Florence.
Yeah.
Still might be a slick turf out there.
We got to remember there was some rain yesterday, and,
Yeah.
and I think it was either Booker or Skinner who slid past the second base
Yep.
bag while trying to swipe second because of how wet it is on the turf. This is already a turf where you slide a lot.
He takes off the 2-1. Swing and a miss. Throw down to second. Not in time. As again, Booker almost
close.
going over the base.
Yeah.
He moves himself into scoring position. 2-2 count with 2 away and a runner on second. Two-two. Missing upstairs.
It's a new chant.
Pitcher, pitcher, look at me.
And then he says, I'm a monkey in a tree or something like that?
I have no idea. Another good crowd here at Thomas More Stadium. Would guess around 2,500.
It was around the projected, so it makes sense.
Look back at second for Webster. Kicks the payoff pitch, missing downstairs. First walk of the day from Webster. Back-to-back base runners for Mississippi. First and second, 2 away for Joshua Shelley.
Got to limit the 2-out damage, and I'll tell you what, it was another point of conversation for Florence before the All-Star break, just how much they struggled to get to the bottom of lineups for multiple different teams. It was especially apparent in the Evansville and Washington series at home.
First pitch to Shelley is in there for a strike. 87, dials it in with the cutter. Webster with a very wide arsenal in his belt. Fastball, cutter, curve, slider, changeup, knuckleball. I got him down for all of those.
Be easier to name what he doesn't throw.
Yeah. I'm sure he could throw a forkball, a little palm ball.
I'm sure all these guys can do it.
Yeah.
It's just not very good.
0-1, swing and a miss. 88 there, 18.02 on the spin rate. Shelley hitting .231, no home runs, 2 RBIs. Limited action. .02, swing and a miss, got him. Fastball in the outer half, first K of the day for Webster. Strands 2 runners on base, heading to the bottom of 2. Florence with a 2-0 lead when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. Bottom half of the second inning always brings us a look at our Thomas More scoreboard. Always a scoreboard partner, Thomas More University. There you'll be able to take your life and your career as far as you want it to go. Apply or donate today at thomasmore.edu. We also missed the Pella Window and Door umpire intro. Looking for a clearer view of every call, trust Pella Window and Door to bring you replay-worthy clarity and craftsmanship you can count on. Pella Window and Door, so good, even the ump won't miss a thing. Behind home plate today will be Wes Dunkel. Down the first baseline, Dylan Self. Down the third baseline, Jose Muriente, the crew chief. Another inning of work here for Sergio Sanchez. Surrendered 3 hits, including a 2-run homer from Hank Zeisler. Was able to strand Brandon Bobo on second after a ground rule double. He'll face the 7-8-9, Tyler Schoenfeld, Dylan Baker, and Kyle Harbison, all getting their first crack against the righty.
Florence was, once we were leaving Mississippi, talking about how different of a series that is if you were playing at Thomas More Stadium. The Y'alls had a lot of fly balls that were deep, not out at Trustmark Park, but would have been way out here at Thomas More Stadium.
Yeah.
Here's the 1-0 to the lefty, Schoenfeld. Missing upstairs. 2-0. Wind up 2-0. In there for a strike. Another one there. Pitcher, look at me. These fans trying to get in the head of both teams.
Yeah, they're not really on one side or the other here.
2-1. Ooh, in there for a strike. Might have been a makeup call from the second ball. Two and two the count.
Good to get Schoenfeld back in the lineup. I think that, we said yesterday's lineup would be a little telling. There's already three changes, all three guys on the bench from yesterday in the starting lineup today.
Payoff pitch, misses outside, a leadoff walk for Schoenfeld. That 420 on base grows just a little bit. Schoenfeld does what he needs to do, gets the leadoff runner aboard, plus also gets himself on base so he can start to steal. He is 5 away from tying the Florence franchise record in stolen bases. Right now lands at 77. The record is 82. Certainly in the back of his mind as well. Takes a big lead over at first. Dylan Baker is the batter. Schoenfeld goes on the first pitch and he gets a great jump, and off speed is in there for a strike without a throw. Tyler Schoenfeld did go over the bag, but counts the same. Stolen base moves him just 4 away.
That's almost why, no matter what, even if you feel like you don't have a chance, you do want to throw it at a situation like this because of the possibility of sliding over the back.
0-1, Baker sends it to center field. Skinner comes in, now works back and makes the grab. 1 away with a runner in scoring position. It was a good piece from Baker, 97 off the bat, just on a line right at Braylon Skinner in center. Brings up the all-star catcher, Kyle Harbison. Harbison now hitting .301 on the season. Kind of rocketed onto the scene once got everyday reps with Zach Beadle injured. Was hitting like 400 pretty consistently. Just falling down.
He was catching pretty well, too. He was throwing runners out.
Trying to get back up there. 1-0, missing downstairs. Either way, it was great to see him in the All-Star game. I think he only got one at-bat. Was on deck to end the game. From Georgetown, Kentucky. 2-0 to him. Off speed in there for a strike. Schoenfeld bouncing around on second. Top of the order, Rushford waiting on deck. Sanchez a look at second. Pickoff attempt, nothing going. No one covering there. It's the first disengagement for Sanchez. Two-one, swing and a miss, high and inside. 2-2 the count. Ben, I'll give you a chance to pick which question you want for Tettemer trivia.
Ooh.
2-2, misses outside.
Okay.
So we can go. I have one more, start of 2020 trivia question around that. One more talking about some older pitchers doing some incredible things.
Another one centered around early 2000s. Schoenfeld takes off for third. Does not go on the check swing. A walk for Kyle Harbison, and Schoenfeld with 2 stolen bases in the inning. That moves him 3 away.
And again, an awkward slide into third. He didn't overslide the back, but it's a couple of times where he's just come up a little gingerly on that leg because of a weird slide.
Then I got another one talking about like 2023.
Let's do a 2020s one. The start of 2020s one again.
Start of 2020. You got it. You got it. 1-0 the count to Rushford, leadoff man. 1 away, runners split the corners. They'll play the middle infield back, trying to turn 2. Rushford skied one out towards right field his last time up for a fly out. Had a good piece on it. The 1-0. Missing outside on an off speed. Schoenfeld with wheels at third. Won't need much for a sacrifice fly to get him in. And I will say, third baseman is playing very back.
Yeah.
We've seen Toby Hall in years past, actually last year, just really to sacrifice a guy to get one across. Put that bunt down, make sure Schoenfeld scores.
I think in a situation like this, you like it.
Yeah.
Just early in the game, just trying to build a lead.
Yep. Two and one. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Rushford pulling out on the front foot. Just behind that fastball at 92. Florence already with a 2-0 lead. Looking for more here in the bottom of the second. From the stretch, glove in front of the face. 2-2 from Sanchez. Misses downstairs, in and out of the glove of Diaz. Now a full count. Florence faithful, looking for some more runs. A couple Mississippi fans in here too.
Yeah, it's a long trek.
I'm going to assume they were up for the All-Star game. 3-2, swing and a miss, top of the zone. Rushford goes chasing on ball 4. 2 away. Runner still at the corners for Brett Blomquist.
It's a really good time for Sanchez's first strikeout, too. The first batter the second time through the lineup.
Something about that elevated fastball. Always looks like a beach ball coming in, but certainly way off the plate. Blomquist with a single up the middle his last time up. First pitch to him, misses inside. Ben, again, just a phenomenal job on this starting lineup graphic. I'm only now seeing the upcoming starters slot, and I really like that as well.
It's like all the praise I can get.
1-0, misses outside.
Toby Hall liked it yesterday, and then both Harrison DeNicola and Zach Westcott said something about it today.
Yeah.
Rich Tettemer said something about it yesterday. That was the best one.
Yep. Two-0 the count. Pitch misses outside, 3-0. Brett Blomquist entering a spot where I want to pitch around him.
No, because it's Hank Zeisler on deck.
Yeah, I mean.
In a different situation maybe, but especially after Zeisler's first at bat.
Yeah.
I don't think that's what's going on here for Sanchez.
3-0. In there for a strike, just dots up the outer lower half. 3-1. Still with a hitter's count. Straight up defense for Mississippi in the all-black jerseys. Sun almost covering home plate. 3-1. Blomquist grounds it over towards the shortstop. Going to be a long throw. Tough play over at first, and it's offline. Blomquist with an infield single. Brings home another one. It's 3-0 Florence.
Nothing too crazy when you have Tyler Schoenfeld running home. Obviously, it didn't make much of an impact, but Shield just not quite the arm strength to get that ball over to first. Tried to one-hop it like we've seen a couple of times from Broussard.
That'll bring up the captain, Hank Zeisler. A little meeting on the mound. With 2 away, runners on first and second in a 3-0 game. Ben, you're going to have to explain what just happened there, because that's...
Nothing happened. I saw a RBI. saw an RBI infield single. That's all that happened.
Inexcusable.
No, T-shirt toss after we score a run. You know, it's the second time I've hit the awning. The first time, though, was the first time of the season that I threw it standing up. So I wasn't thinking too much because I usually throw it sitting down. And I was sitting down today and hit the awning. I mean, that's just a really, really poor showing, and I'll have to work on that.
I mean, we're in July. You got to be in mid-season form with the throws now. Zeisler skies the first pitch out of play down the left field line over towards the Furniture Fair terrace deck. We'll say we do have a birthday party over on the terrace deck. It's the general manager of Florence, Max Johnson's daughter's first birthday. Happy birthday to Scarlett Johnson, celebrating year number 1 around the sun. 0-1. That one's fouled away. This time it's going to go over towards the general store. Team shop for Florence and Better Blend with their Blend Mobile out there. The official name, trademark pending. 0-2 the count to the captain. 2-run homer his last time up. Puts him 3 hits away from tying the franchise record in hits. Sun really shining now. And blue skies above us.
Yeah.
Turned out to be a beautiful day for some baseball. 0-2. Same spot, fouls it away. 94 there, just a little late on it. Gotta say, probably the highlight of Scarlett Johnson's first year. Both of her parents winning softball championships. It's pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff.
That's, I wonder which one was more important.
To Zeisler. This is upstairs. They're still playing that shift, even though Zeisler, everything has been opposite way in this at-bat.
Well, that home run was not opposite way, that's for sure. But I don't think the defense, where their position really mattered.
Consistent 94 here from Sanchez. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. It gets away from the catcher. Zeisler on his way to first. Without a throw, a drop third strike. Loads the bases with 2 away.
That just can't happen if you're Mississippi. And Florence catches a huge break.
Yeah. Well, he gets himself back on base. Not a hit, but he's out there, and it's Garrett Broussard with the bases loaded and 2 away. Florence on top 3-0 in the bottom of the second. Just the 2 walks in the inning here from Sanchez. He's only allowed 1 hit. That was that RBI single from Blomquist. First pitch to Broussard. Misses out. And even then it was, a grounder in the infield. Stays a straight-up defense for Mississippi now. 1-0 to Broussard. Lays off the off-speed. Check swing, didn't go around. A long first 2 innings.
It is a long first 2 innings, and not the top halves, that's for sure.
2-0. Check swing. Does go around this time, 2-1.
I'll tell you what, Sanchez is just getting behind in counts a lot and having to bounce back.
The only count he was ahead in was the Zeisler count, and he struck him out, but it was a drop third strike.
Yeah.
His 2-1. Broussard punches it into center field. It's going to drop in for a base hit. Harbison will score easy. They're going to wave around. Blomquist throw comes to the plate, and it's up the line. A 2-run single from Garrett Broussard. Florence with a 5-0 lead.
Garrett Broussard, you know, it doesn't matter where he is in the lineup. You can move him up to the cleanup spot, and it does exactly what a cleanup spot or what a cleanup hitter is supposed to do. Much better throw this time for myself.
Yeah, but Noah hit the awning.
It's not a high awning, I'll tell you that.
Brendan Bobo now at the plate. Runners first and second, 2 away. Big swing and a miss on the slider inside. Florence with an early 5-0 lead. You know who loves to see that is Evan Webster.
He is. He gets a lot of run support.
Yeah. Actually, decreasingly so. It's interesting. I mean, right now he's getting some run support. If you want to ask on the season, that one misses outside. Webster obviously has pitched the most games. 12 starts, 65 runs in support. That's only an average of 5.42, below the team average of 7.12. Pretty amazing. 1-1. Grounds it foul, 1-2.
Got a lot of wins on the season, too, and a big part of that is just his ability to go deep into games.
He was obviously on the mound when Florence got no hit, so one of his starts, you know, they didn't give him any runs. Team is 7-5 when he is on the mound. 1-2. Misses upstairs, 2-2. Gotta love to see that early offense for Florence, especially against a guy that, you know, took pretty good care of them the last time they faced him just a couple weeks ago. Runners first and second, 2 away. 2-2 to Bobo. Blows it by him into the glove of Diaz. He hangs on, and that will end the inning. Florence strands 2 on base, but brings 3 across. They carry a 5-0 lead into the top of the third. It's time for Tettemer Trivia when we return to the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. Top half of the third inning always brought to you by the Roar Agency, located in all 50 states across the nation. Feel the Roar difference with Roar Insurance. Visit us today at roarins.com. Florence with a comfortable 5-0 lead now for Evan Webster. Guess I shouldn't say comfortable. Never comfortable at Thomas More Stadium. Evan Webster certainly will work with it, though. First pitch in there for a strike.
To the bottom of the order, Slater, Shield. It'll be 9-1-2 due up for Mississippi. Shield, Skinner, and Fritz. The southpaw allowed 2 runners on base, a single and a walk. That one's laced down the right field line, but foul, 0-2. Top half of the third always brings us our Tettemer trivia. The way it works, I read a question top half of the third, give you guys the answer in the bottom half. You have the opportunity to play along. Head on over to Twitter. The question is live there. The account you're looking for is rtettemer9 or Florence_Yalls. Again, rtettemer9 or Florence_Yalls. Comment your guess in the comment section, and I will shout you out here on the broadcast. First to get it in wins. First to get it in right wins. One's fouled away again. Count stays 0-2. Ben, you had the opportunity to pick a idea for today's Tettemer trivia. And you went with sticking with the since the start of the 2020 season trend that I've had gone.
Yes.
0-2 fouls it away. So question of the day today presented by the Roar Agency. Since the start of the 2020 season, who leads all pitchers in innings pitched? Hint, National League. Since the start of the 2020 season, who leads all pitchers in innings pitched? National League. 0-2 fouls it away. 2020, the COVID season. So a shortened season there, but still 6 years. Who has led the National League and all of Major League Baseball in innings pitched? 0-2.
Well, a little bit like yesterday's one, you really got to think about guys that just haven't been hurt a whole lot. Again, one of the first things my mind goes to is Logan Webb. I know he goes deep into games.
That one misses inside, 2-2. Giving no hint whether they played in both leagues.
Oh, so they could have played in both leagues.
They could have. I just didn't clarify this time around.
Okay. So they're in the NL right now, or they have played in the NL
in the
at some
NL
point?
right now.
Okay.
2-2. Now 3-2. This was an 0-2 count. Slater Shield really putting up a battle here at the bottom of the order. Webster trying not to lose him. Winds his payoff pitch, grounder over towards Broussard. Throw on to first. This time he gets it there in the air. 5-3 on the put away, but it's been a ground out to third to start off all 3 innings. Heading back to the top of the order, it's Braylon Skinner, who grounded out to third his last time up.
It's even back to yesterday's game. There's just been a lot of ground balls to third base.
Yeah.
Garrett Broussard's had a busy weekend so far.
Mississippi now on their second time around against Webster. Just 1 hit and 2 base runners. Their first time through. First pitch to Skinner, an off-speed in there for a strike.
Yeah, just the 1 walk and the 1 strikeout for Webster, 2 for the first time.
0-1. Fouls it away, and Skinner loses the bat. He did that twice yesterday. And then does it on a foul ball here. Must have switched pine tar partners. I'm going to say he probably needs to switch again.
Yeah.
Get a new company in there. Hank Zeisler was promoting his pine tar company. I was a Tiger Stick guy.
I was going to say, so you used some?
Yeah. I was a wooden bat without a grip player.
Okay.
Yeah. I would just load the grip up with pine tar, and that would kind of work as it. But you end up getting into superstitions. You start doing it every time, and then I would throw some on my glove as well.
Yeah.
1-2. My batting gloves, that is.
Of course.
That one runs inside, and an 0-2 count. It's the worst thing that could happen as a pitcher is you hit him.
So you weren't ever a no batting gloves guy?
No. No.
All right. At Tettemer Trivia, you know, Logan Webb is someone that definitely comes to mind. I'm trying to think. All the Dodgers pitchers have just been so hurt.
No doubt about that. Blake Snell and
Tyler Glass
now on the IL currently. Ohtani obviously had a year where he didn't pitch.
That one misses outside. The 1-0 fouls it away.
Could it be a Philly again? Zach Wheeler and Aaron Nola, your favorite? But there is really no correlation in this being a good pitcher. You know, a lot of different guys are just guys who can go deep into games. And Aaron Nola is obviously a very, very good pitcher, so they're having a great year.
Well, that's just blasphemy. That is just blasphemy. Pickoff attempt, nothing going. 1-1 the count. One away and a runner on first. Florence with a 5-0 lead.
Kind of like Brandon Woodruff, but I know he's been hurt.
1-1. Missing outside.
He might have had a couple long-term injuries.
It's again, I do have a good portion of the list.
Freddie Peralta's interesting.
2-1. That one misses outside.
Now, Freddie Peralta's always going to sound interesting because it feels like he went 8 1/3 every time he played the Reds. So for me, it's going to feel like he pitched a lot more innings than he did.
3-1 the count here. Webster in the middle of the rubber from the stretch. Is 3-1. Skied out towards shallow right field. In comes Rushford. Out goes Blomquist. It's Rushford with the call and the grab for out number 2. In every inning so far, there's been a ground out to third and a fly out to right.
Broussard and Rushford just have magnets in their glove,
Yeah.
I guess.
For the first 2 outs.
Yeah, that is really interesting.
And the only other out was a strikeout. Brings up Samil De La Rosa. Runner takes off at first, misses downstairs, throw down to second, and he's off the bag. Overslid it. Braylon Skinner is caught stealing. That'll end the 3rd inning. Unconventional 1-2-3 from Webster. Heading to the bottom half of the 3rd. Get your guesses in for Tettemer Trivia when we return to the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Bottom half of the 3rd inning. Florence with a 5-0 lead, looking to add. Still Sergio Sanchez on the mound for Mississippi. It'll be Brodell, Schoenfeld, and Baker. 6, 7, 8 for Florence. Picked up 2 runs in the first and 3 runs in the second. Let's see if they can keep it going. Still playing Tettemer Trivia. Question was, since the start of 2020, who leads all pitchers in innings pitched? My hint, currently playing in the National League.
I just have that feeling that it's not a very good pitcher. I mean, and I don't say like, I mean, it's a bad pitcher. I guess that's extreme, but I just don't think it's going to be like a star.
You're going to say the person that's leading the National League or American League, Major League Baseball since 2020 isn't a star in innings pitched?
I think so. Because you have guys like I'm trying to think of examples, like Zach Littell or like
Innings eaters, yeah.
just innings eaters.
Even Brady Singer.
a lot of Reds.
Yeah. First pitch to Brodell way outside.
I mean, Brady Singer's thrown a ton of innings.
Yeah, certainly. Doesn't always have to be a.
That's just kind of what I'm saying. I mean, I'm not saying it's definitely not a star. That's not at all what I'm saying.
1-0. Brodell skies one high in the infield left side. Shelley working back now in the shallow left field area. Makes the grab for out number 1.
I'll lock in Webb.
You'll lock in Logan Webb.
Yeah.
We'll get to our other guesses as well. That brings up Shaney Felt. He walked and stole 2 bases coming in to score to start off the second. So you said Logan Webb. Florence Y'all's Analytics said Logan Webb. Rich Tettemer said Zach Wheeler. Cam Beatty said Chris Sale. Jacob Brown said Sandy Alcantara.
I was really thinking about Sandy for a while, but I think injuries again. Because Sandy is someone, I just feel like that dude just collects 7-inning starts.
Andre Padavani said Freddie Peralta. 1-0 in there for a strike on the off speed. Joe Palladino also said Zach Wheeler. One. Skied high over towards the third base side in foul territory. Holt makes the grab for out number 2. Couple pop outs in the infield for Florence to start off the inning. That'll bring up Dylan Baker. But now we can get to our answer for today's Tettemer Trivia. Let me check Twitter one last time. So 2 for Webb, 2 for Wheeler, then Chris Sale, Sandy Alcantara, and Freddie Peralta are our guesses for today's Tettemer Trivia. And again, I do have I have the top 4 here. We do have a correct answer in the chat. That one's fouled away straight over our heads. In 4th place with 1,066 innings pitched would be Zach Wheeler. In 3rd place with 1,080 and 2/3 innings pitched, Framber Valdez. A 1 swing and a miss. In 2nd place with 1,091 and 2/3 innings pitched, Kevin Gossman.
Okay.
But in 1st place with 1,123 innings pitched since the start of 2020, from the San Francisco Giants, Logan Webb. So a correct answer for Ben Hauer and the Florence Y'all's Analytics team. The Y'all's Analytics got it in first. They are today's winner for Tettemer Trivia. Right out the gate, you said Logan Webb.
I did, and
Yeah.
it was. I don't know. I was struggling to even come up with other options too. I just felt like Webb's kind of an innings eater. God, that feels good. I called my shot too. I said I wanted the 2020s.
Baker laces one out towards left field. A 2-out single for the Y'all's shortstop. Gets his first hit of the day. Keeps the inning going. Luis Castillo was up there in 5th. Aaron Nola was 6th with 1,047. Dylan Cease, 1,040. Zach Gallen, 1,025. How about Chris Bassett, 999?
I'm telling you, they don't
Ninth
need to be
place.
the best pitchers in the world.
Patrick Corbin, 977 in 10th place.
That's what I was saying about Logan Webb. I mean, would you consider him a star?
Brady Singer there at 13, 951. Logan Webb, I would say a star. Yeah.
Okay.
You know, he's a top 15 starter in the league.
Yeah, I guess star makes sense. I don't know if I'd call him superstar.
I don't know about superstar. Probably, the 4th best on the Phillies. Baker takes off for 2nd, swing and a miss at the plate. A stolen base for Dylan Baker moves himself into scoring position. 0-2 the count.
Oh, behind Wheeler, Sanchez, and Nola.
And Luzardo. Yeah, maybe 5th. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Bottom of the zone. Kyle Harbison down on strikes, and Florence strands a runner in scoring position. Heading to the top of the fourth, still with a 5-0 lead. When we return, it's Ben Howler on the mic. Don't go anywhere. Florence Yells baseball coming up on the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. Top half of the fourth, we have our call for the lights from Glass Jewelers. Our diamond is always shining bright thanks to our friends at Glass Jewelers. Head on over to 7365 Burlington Pike for all your jewelry needs, or call them today at 859-525-7500.
5-0 lead for Florence, top of the fourth inning here from Thomas More Stadium. Christmas in July. Evan Webster back out to the bump for his fourth inning of work. He's been great so far. 3 innings scoreless, 1 hit, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. It's a very talented Mississippi lineup. It's the second time through in 3-4-5. Samil De La Rosa swings at a pitch way outside. He's down 0-2. De La Rosa was up at the end of that top of the third before Braylon Skinner overslid second base and got tagged out trying to steal second. De La Rosa in an 0-2 hole, throwaway pitch on a slider outside from Webster. Skinner had a long week at Florence after being here for the All-Star break for the 2026 Frontier League All-Star game. Hits one deep to center, but playable for Schoenfeld, and he's got it in front of the track for out number 1. That is the first ball in play out today. That is not a ground out to third or a fly out to right.
Pretty amazing.
That brings up the cleanup hitter, Victor Diaz, who did some damage against Florence yesterday. Went out, nobody on. Oh, swings at a wild pitch. That had no chance to be handled by Harbison behind the plate. It almost came in and hit Diaz. He swung at it, though. It's strike 1. Victor, the younger brother of Yanier Diaz of the Houston Astros, and he pulls one hard down the left field line, but it curls foul in front of the left field pole. That was a if it's fair, it's gone moment, but Diaz just a tad bit early on it. Now he's down 0-2.
It's another one where it's, hey, let's not throw him that pitch again.
I think it's a slider that ran in on that inside corner to him.
105 off the bat.
Webster uses that slider a lot. Result in a 0-2 count. Fastball up and away once again from Webster. Diaz was named a Frontier League All-Star last season. Not quite the playing time to do it this year. And the average numbers have dipped down. He's only hitting .259 on the season. Grounder on a couple of hops. Deal with Baker charges. Couple of crow hops. Throw to first. 2 down to start the fourth once again.
Webster's finally starting to get everyone else involved.
Yeah.
Fly out to center, ground out to short.
Broussard and Rushford are thanking him. On third base and right field.
Hey, they'll take the putouts.
Yeah.
Just want to share the love. It's like me in softball. You know, sometimes I just see a ground ball. Hey, let's get everyone else going.
I'm pretty good at doing that if I'm the hitter.
There you
Get
go.
all the defense
You could
involved.
spray to all fields.
Yeah, but for outs. First pitch swinging with 2 outs. Foul ball down the third baseline. Broussard give it a chase. He's out of room. A 1-1 count here on Travis Holt, the 5-hitter and 2-year Mud Monster. Been with Mississippi for both of their years of existence, and he led the Mud Monsters in home runs in their inaugural 2025 season in the Frontier League. Long break to let both Baker and Broussard get back to their shortstop and third base positions after the foul ball. Fastball inside again, but he just got a piece. It's a fair ball, grounded to Broussard, and he throws to first a little offline. Zeisler plenty of time to control, and some fun for Dylan Baker, who kind of mocked him behind him like he was throwing that ball too. 1-2-3 inning for Evan Webster. That is his third in 4 innings so far. Florence to the driver's seat, 5-0. Go to the bottom of the fourth on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Lawrence will bring the top of the lineup up to the plate at the bottom of the fourth with a 5-0 lead over Mississippi. 2 in the first for him, 3 in the second. And they have already put together a good case to try to put this game out of reach. Kids Run on Christmas in July, now over with. The floor is always happening in the middle of the fourth. Sergio Sanchez is back out to the bump for the Mud Monsters. Rushford, Blomquist, and Zeisler. Humid evening, and don't let that rain from earlier in the game fool you. It is still about as hot as it's been this last week or so. We're sweating up here in the press box. I had to get rid of that Santa hat pretty early.
And, I mean, you're just hogging that fan.
It's not even pointed towards me. Look at this.
Where's it pointed towards?
The middle of us. So, it's peripheral.
I have to go back on this. I have to,
go up
back. Look how far away I am from my desk.
It's the only way to get peripheral on both of us.
Doesn't it have a swing motion?
That's a good question.
There you go.
Oh, there it is.
There it is.
Fans moving. Rushford coming up to the plate here in the bottom of the fourth.
You're going to have to edit that because that is just wildly off base.
I don't know too.
Well, you keep it going, you're just going to have to swing it. So that it's, majority hitting us, not
I see.
Not outside.
All right. Long delay with the Kids Run. Finally, back to baseball at the bottom of the fourth. Milo Rushford steps in, takes a first pitch strike at the knees. Rushford working on a 3-game hit streak. It's good enough for you?
No, I mean, you're awful with the fan control here.
It's 2 to the left for you. It's 2 to the right for you. I don't really know what to do here.
He's got to hit it in the middle.
Swing and a miss for Rushford. Down 0-2.
The wall next to you is getting more action than I am. Matt Shepardson left this fan.
Rushford fouls the 0-2 off. Yeah, and he said he's getting it next time he's back in town for a game. Well, I think we'll have to hide it next time he's back in town. It's doing wonders with how hot it is. Rushford fouls off that 0-2. His batting average down a little bit to 278 despite the 3-game hit streak. Started back a couple of games before the All-Star break. First ball offered on a fastball outside to him. So this will end up being, without a doubt, Sanchez's worst start of his first 3 in his career with Mississippi. Very small sample size, just 11 2/3 innings pitched before today. 1 2 fastball up and away again. 5 2/3 a 1-run baseball against Windy City. And then obviously that 5 innings of 1-run baseball against Florence a couple of weeks ago. Lines and fires the 2-2. Left the slider off the plate and the count's full. Good job by Rushford bouncing all the way back. Rushford spent some time in the Kansas City organization before coming to Florence. Payoff pitch, check swing. He did go. Ooh, Rushford doesn't even know yet. Rushford is halfway down to first base with third base umpire Jose Mariente calls it back. Ooh, I did not think he went around on that one. That is the 5th strikeout now of the game for Sanchez. Now Rushford has struck out on back-to-back plate appearances. But Florence leads by 5. 1 out, nobody on for Brett Blomquist. First pitch, swing and strike. Blomquist swinging way out of his shoes. Falls into that opposite batter's box. 4 for 6 so far in this series, including this 2 for 2 day so far. Blomquist just stays hot. Fastball way above his head. Sanchez has got a kind of a unique windup. He starts his windup with the ball all the way below his waist. Kind of like arms fully outstretched down. Throws one in the dirt to put Blomquist ahead. Maybe that helps you get a little more motion in your windup. High chopper, foul down the third baseline. Mississippi sets up, as of right now, what it looks like, looking at their lineup sheet and everything, they set up a bit of a 6-man rotation. Moving forward, of course. Saw Campbell yesterday, Sanchez today. You'll see John Walsh, another lefty, to face Florence tomorrow. So 5 of these 6 starters are lefties in this series. Actually, Lawson righty, so 4 of the 6. Swing and a miss on the 2-2, breaking ball up and in. Blomquist down on strikes. It's back-to-back strikeouts to start this 4th.
Yeah, he's got 6 on the day now. He had to get 4 outs in the 2nd inning, and he had 3 strikeouts on those.
Yeah. Zeisler up with 2 outs. This is just the 2nd time that he has retired the first 2 in the inning. He's starting to settle in a little bit. It seems like since that 2nd inning, he's found his groove a bit. But Zeisler's done a lot of this damage. A 2-run home run back in the 1st, his 8th of the season. Called strike of the knees. Also gives himself a little more cushion in his team-leading RBIs, now 56 on the year. Also reached on a drop third strike an inning later. Swings through a breaking pitch that ended up almost in the dirt. Now he's at an 0-2 hole.
Sergeant Bilko tuning in. He said he was able to watch the All-Star Game and Home Run Derby on HTN replay this morning. Nice job, guys, he said. Fun pregame, too. Certainly. You could have skipped through the pregame until you just kept seeing my face for the Home Run Derby. I know that's all you're interested in.
Certainly would have skipped through the pregame, that's for sure.
Said the Home Run Derby replay did not include Ben's on-field interviews, unfortunately.
0-2, swing and a miss. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Zeisler down on strikes, and Sanchez comes back to strike out this side in the bottom of the 4th. But Florence still leads by 5 with Webster going back out to the bump right here on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. 6, 7, 8 coming up for Mississippi. Booker, Payne, and Shelley. And a reminder that in this inning, Tevin Payne will be the beer batter of the game, brought to you by Party Source. Party Source is your one-stop destination for all things celebration. Visit them today at 95 Riviera Drive, Bellevue, Kentucky. Payne stands on deck.
Did some serious maintenance on that fan in between innings. Yeah, it got it in a perfect spot now.
I'll let you have the satisfaction. Webster throws one to the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike to start things off to Kyle Booker, who singled his first time up and stole a base. Was able to get back to that second base bag, but still overslid it a little bit. Still a little bit of slick turf, swing and a miss. That turf is now mostly in the sun, and it is really cleared up, so it's probably drying up a good bit now, but still something you got to be cautious of. 1-2 count after the swing and miss. Booker's hitting 6th consistently in the Mississippi lineup, but leads this team in RBIs with 50. Grounder over to third. Backing up on it is Broussard. He'll one hop to first again. It is not in time.
Almost.
Infield single there for Kyle Booker. Just different speed than we've seen those plays for Broussard. Booker motors his way to first base. And Mississippi is the leadoff man on for the first time in this game. It comes at the top of the 5th with the Mudmonsters trailing 5-0. Here is Tevis Payne, that beer batter. Still looking for his first official at bat. He walked his first time up. First pitch ball. Brings Harbison out of his crouch a little bit. Payne in his rookie season here in the Frontier League. 2 hits in his pro debut that came earlier this year against Windy City. Breaking ball down to the dirt. Very versatile. He's listed on the roster as a catcher, and he definitely can catch, but he's playing outfield in right today for the Mudmonsters. Anytime you can have a catcher with that kind of versatility, really opens a lot of things up, but he's ahead of this count 2-0. Webster working from the middle of the rubber. It's popped foul and out of play. Four plus so far for Webster. Scoreless, just the 2 hits after that Booker single. Only the 1 walk and the 1 strikeout. That was the first time through the lineup. He'll go over to first base to check on Booker to try to prevent him from stealing. Mississippi 1 for 2 on trying to steal bags today. That's their name of the game. It's what they do best. Led the league last season in stolen bases. Back-to-back throwovers to first. Another foul ball in the 2-1. Up and out of play, and we're even. 8 innings last time out for Webster. Just 1 run. We talk about some of his tougher appearances. You know, he had back-to-back 7-run appearances, followed by a 1-run appearance, and right after that it was a 6-run appearance. But even if with those, both 7-run games, he went 6 innings and 5 innings, so able to power through. 2-2 pitch, runner takes off, ball's outside, good throw down. They got him. Kyle Harbison with a bullet down to second base to send Kyle Booker back to the dugout. Beautiful tag applied by Blobquist too. Pitch is a ball, counts now full, and a fastball way up and out as Payne will just replace Booker over at first base. It's his second walk today. Second walk for Payne, second walk for Webster. Now the Mississippi shortstop, Joshua Shelley. Mississippi needs to string some base runners together, down by 5 here at the top of the 5th. At least chip away a little bit. First pitch fouled into the net behind home plate. Shelley played his college ball at Tennessee Wesleyan, like a few stars in this Frontier League. Kobe Foster being one of them. Just 1 for 3 yesterday with a walk. Where Mississippi did really the majority of their damage the first few innings on Yannick Villalobos, who ended up bouncing back on 6 innings of 3-run baseball. The other 3 runs of the game were unearned against Florence pitching. Fastball up and away, 1-1. And the 1-1 is hit high in the air, but shallow left center. And Tyler Schoenfeld will make the play for out number 1. Two down now on the 9-hitter for Evan Webster, trying to complete 2 times through the lineup in just 5 innings. It's Slater Shield, who bounced out to third his first time up. Have a runner on with 2 outs. First pitch fastball just above the letters here to Shield. Getting his first start of the series. He's got a decent amount of playing time this year. 20 RBIs for Mississippi. Still looking for that first home run. Not a power guy. And he's really been fizzled out of the lineup because his batting average for being a contact guy has fallen all the way down to 253. Webster misses low this time with a fastball. And Shields ahead 2-0. Could play both short and second base. Good friend Colton Martinez, broadcaster for the Mississippi Mud Monsters, put at the headliner on his bio on the game notes, elite defender. Shield will foul it back. It's been around the block a little bit in Indy ball. A couple of teams in the Pioneer League back in 2024, Ogden and Rocky Mountain. Played the Atlantic League last year with Lancaster and Hagerstown. A little bit late on a fastball in. Now counts even at 2-2 after the foul ball. Webster looking for his second strikeout of the game to complete 5. Shelley over, or rather Payne over at first. At the top of the lineup, standing on deck. Deuces are wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs at a time called just before the pitch clock for Shield. Long look at first. Now the 2-2 pitch runs way inside. Good block by Harbison. Seen a lot of balls in the dirt today, and the wet turf might affect it a little bit. Saw it happen on a drop third strike from Sergio Sanchez for Mississippi. Well, Payne will be on the run here. 3-2 count with 2 outs. In the top of the 5th. Webster sighs and fires. Ground ball into the Florence dugout. Those numbers are really hard to tell. I know it's a little bit easier for you, me being the colorblind one.
Mississippi said something about us being the bluegrass state but having green turf. And I wanted to say something about we're just playing for colorblind people.
Payoff pitch, hard grounder, 1 hops to Baker. He'll have to hurry to get it over to first. 2 hops, and Zeisler goes down to a knee and grabs it. What a scoop by Hank Zeisler. And a throw from Dylan Baker backing up to get Webster out of the 5th. Scoreless through 5 for Evan Webster. We're halfway home, and Florence has a 5-run lead on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Sergio Sanchez back out to the mound for Mississippi. Bottom of the 5th inning here on Christmas in July at Florence on a 5-run lead over the Mud Monsters. Game 2 of the 3-game set, and the last time these two teams will face each other on the season. Mississippi sitting in last place of that Midwest Conference West Division. So Florence is trying to take advantage of as many games as they can get over them. A 4-3 record against Mississippi on the season. Middle third coming up for Florence. Broussard, Bobo, Brodell. Sanchez back out for the 5th, and he has been looking better and better as the innings go on. 3 strikeouts. Or he struck out the side in that bottom of the 4th after giving up 5 total runs of the first 2 innings. It's up to 7 strikeouts on the day now. 7 of his 12 outs recorded. Here comes Broussard into the right-handed batter's box. First pitch runs inside on the Florence third baseman, who's had a lot of work defensively today. Really in the first 2 games of this series, he's played a very good third base. He's in a tougher task offensively, getting the nod in the cleanup spot today for the Alls. He responded well back in the second, a 2 RBI single. Slider catches the outside piece here to Broussard. 4 innings of work, 6 hits, 5 runs all earned, 7 strikeouts and just 2 walks for Sanchez. They're really a line that's kind of all over the place. Blows a fastball by Broussard at the count. He's run full. Mississippi does have a, looks like righty warming up the bullpen right now. Two pitch here on Broussard. Fouls it back. I like all the Christmas theming around the ballpark. I like the little touch on the player photos out in right field. They got the Santa hats on. Breaking pitch is low. Ball 3. I thought it was a full count. This will make it a full count. Payoff pitch is a slider. Called strike 3 on the inside quarter. Broussard not too happy about it. But that is now 5 straight strikeouts for Sanchez. He has really dialed in. You know, you talk about how much guys struggle second time through the lineup, a lot of times third time through the lineup. He has gotten exponentially better this third time through the lineup. A strikeout to the 9-hitter. And it's the second time through, and the first 4 guys this third time through have all struck out. Brandon Bobo with 1 out, nobody on. Takes the first pitch, hits it high to right. Payne going back in front of the track. He's still backpedaling a bit, now all the way at the track, and makes a play. Boy, that ball was hit a mile in the sky. And Bobo is retired. That is now 6 straight retired for Sanchez. Florence still leads by 5, though, here in the bottom of the 5th, and now Marcus Brodell will hit. Change up, backdoor catches a piece of that outside corner. Brodell working on a 5-game on-base streak. He's played his best baseball as of late at a very sneaky 7 home runs in the first half of the season. On pretty good pace. And he laces a single up the middle. And gets through the shift and a sliding stop out in center for Skinner. Brodell thought about testing the throw to second, but Skinner gets it back in time. And Brodell hits the brakes, retreats back to first. Another base hit for Brodell. That's his first today. Batting average just ticking up and up and up, a little more each game. But that exit velocity especially just continues to stay high for Brodell. Runner on here for Schoenfeld. First pitch ball below the knees. Schoenfeld walked his first time up, but stole second base. Talk about a lot on the broadcast, chasing that all-time franchise stolen base record. Popped to third his last time. Another off speed below the knees. Schoenfeld starting off this count 2-0. Well, for Sanchez's first couple of starts in Mississippi, not really having to ease into anything. A 6-inning start and a 5 1/3 inning start. Fastball up and away. A lot of times we see guys come in and start the season, their careers with a 4-inning start, 3 2/3. 3-0 count here on Schoenfeld. Get me over pitch right down the middle of the plate. Sanchez took some off on that 89-mile-an-hour breaking ball. Talked about the 6-man rotation coming up from Mississippi. Florence stays with their typical 5-man, and it's pretty similar to what it was going into the break, except Nate Lawson will be activated for tomorrow's game. Brodell was off for second base on a stolen base attempt, almost got hit with a line drive single by Schoenfeld, just ducked out of the way. That was hard hit and thrown back in quickly, but because he was taken off for second, Brodell gets over to third. Schoenfeld gets his first hit of the day. And now Florence has them on the corners with 2 outs for Dylan Baker. Trying to add on to this 5-run lead. Got a runner 90 feet away. Schoenfeld faked like he was taken off towards second. I beg your pardon, he stole 2 bases that last time he was on base. Stole second and third.
Yeah, so he's 3 away from tying the record now.
0-1 pitch. Baker off the end of the bat, served right into left. And Booker only has to range a little bit to make the play. So some 2-out magic for Florence. Can't get anything across, though. As we end 5, they lead by 5 over Mississippi, going for the series win on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Back here at Thomas More Stadium, Florence going for the series win and also the season series win in 9 games against Mississippi. They're 4-3 in the first 7. That includes a series opening win last night, 8-6 over this Mississippi team. We saw a few lead changes. And Florence's bullpen got it done despite some unearned runs there in the 7th inning. It's Webster back out to the bump. And the top of the Mississippi order, Braylon Skinner, will lead things off. First pitch to him is a ball. Webster comes back fastball, catches a piece at the knees. That was a really questionable call down there. Skinner working on an 0 for 5 day yesterday. Did reach on a hit by pitch today. Just 0 for 6 in this series. Still looking for his first base hit. Fastball misses below the dirt again. That hitless drought in Florence goes all the way back to the All-Star game back on Wednesday, where he got a couple of at-bats as the Frontier League starting right fielder. Gets a piece of that 2-1 pitch. Well, it's the top of the 6th inning. We'll give you today's This Date in Baseball History, always brought to you by Furniture Fair. Style, comfort, value, that's the Furniture Fair promise. Visit your local showroom or shop online at FurnitureFair.net. Even 2-2 count here. On Skinner. Breaking pitch below the knees for ball 4. Or ball 3, rather. Runs the count full. So today is July 18th, if I'm correct. Hard grounder, but right at Hank Zeisler, who's got time to jog over and step on first base. Boy, that was closer than you really wanted it to be. But Zeisler moves well enough over at first base. Skinner even lost some equipment in that process. Here's A.J. Fritz with 1 out, nobody on base. Sorry, Mike, this day in baseball history is loading. There's not a whole lot today. Beautiful curveball lands right down the middle of the zone. A 70-mile-an-hour pitch from Webster. Here we go. July 18th in 1882, ambidextrous pitcher Tony Mullane of Louisville pitched with both hands in a major league game at Baltimore. Normally a right-hander. This one skied out into shallow center. Schoenfeld sprinting over almost a collision and right with Rushford, but Schoenfeld brings it in, almost scary for Florence. 2 down quickly here in the top of the 6th. Normally a right-hander, Mullane switched to the left hand of the 4th inning. He eventually lost the game 9-8. But this in 1912, your Philadelphia Phillies. The Chicago Cubs had 21 hits in 11 innings, but still lost to the Philadelphia Phillies when Gavy Kravitz, is that how you say it, stole home.
That would be how you say it. One of my dad's favorite players, Gavy Kravitz. I believe he has a Gavy Kravitz autograph in the basement.
Well, he stole home to win a game the Cubs had 21 hits in back in 1912.
I bet he could tell you all about that game as well.
1927, Ty Cobb of the Philadelphia Athletics doubled for his 4,000th hit at Detroit's Navin Field. A former teammate, Sam Gibson, in the 1st inning. 4,000 hits. Special feat. That's pretty cool that it came against Detroit after he spent his first 22 seasons of his career there. 1-2 count here on De La Rosa with 2 outs, nobody on base. Grounder right back at Webster. Got to take it himself. Evan Webster take a bow through 6. Has not let up a run. Just 2 hits, and he's got a 5-run lead going to the bottom of the 6th on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Hooves Hangout pitching change, the first of the game. Looking for the perfect spot to relax and open your favorite Pokemon or baseball trading cards? Visit former Reds reliever J.J. Hoover at Hooves Hangout today at 405 Washington Street, Suite D in Alexandria.
Yeah, that new pitcher will be righty Jackson Smith. 6'1", 180 pounds, out of Raymond, Mississippi. Did spend last season with the Mud Monsters as well. So returning for year 2, and a guy that Florence has seen a couple of times this season.
Smith, 51 innings pitched already on this season. He's got a 4-2 record, but a 5.12 ERA.
Sanchez ends with 5 innings pitched, 8 hits, 5 runs, all of them earned, 2 walks, and 8 Ks. Picked up 8 Ks against the Y'alls once again. Just a little bit different turnaround this time versus back on July 4th. Will leave right now in line for the loss. Florence hoping to add to a 5-0 lead.
Yeah, we were talking about that. 5 straight strikeouts, the 3rd time through the order for him. He really found it late. Pitch count just a little too much to go even deeper into this game. After all 5 runs that he gave up came in the first 2 innings. 9-1-2 were the first 3 that Jackson Smith will face. It's Kyle Harbison with Florence leading 5-0. Misses low on the first pitch to the Florence catcher, who's 0 for 1 today with a walk and a strikeout. We'll continue on this date in baseball history, July 18th. Slider way outside. Pat Seary in 1948 of the Chicago White Sox hit 4 home runs in a 11-inning victory over the Philadelphia A's in the opener of a doubleheader. Sounds like a long doubleheader.
Bring back the Philadelphia Athletics.
2-0 grounder over to short. Picked up by Shelley. Throws over to first hit time to retire Harbison. Now, I'm not mistaken, the Athletics and Phillies were around at the same time, weren't they? Both in Philadelphia?
Yep, they were both in Philadelphia.
Both of those were in Philly, while I think the Boston Braves and the Boston Red Sox both existed at the same time at Boston, while, of course, the New York Giants and the Brooklyn Dodgers existed for a very long time in New York. And, of course, the Yankees and Mets came.
Would you know the best player in Philadelphia Athletics history?
Ty Cobb.
Is that who you would say?
I have no idea. That's just because I just saw that he played for the Philadelphia Athletics. I mean, if you're talking about in an athletics uniform, it's definitely not Cobb because you only play like 1 or 2 seasons there.
For me, it's Jimmy Fox.
Okay.
And if you ever use Jimmy Fox in MLB The Show, I mean, unbelievable power.
0-1 count here on Milo Rushford. Make it 0-2. A little bit of an awkward, different arm slot here for Jackson Smith. Not fully sidearm for sure, but it's a little bit lower. Rushford trying to keep his 3-game hit streak going. He's 0 for 3 with a couple of Ks. Best ball missed up. How about this? In 1987, Don Mattingly tied Dale Long's 31-year-old major league record when he hit a home run in the 8th consecutive game.
Wow.
And the Yankees 7-2 lost to Texas Rangers. I was fully convinced Joey Votto was going to match that in 2021 when he hit 7. And in the 8th game to tie that record, he hit one to the warning track at Citi Field in New York. It was devastating. And Rushford cranks one out to right center. And a good route on it over by Skinner. It'll drop in. Rushford thought about trying to test 2. Go back to first. And he does keep that hit streak going. A single with 1 out here in the 6th.
Skinner really tracked that down well because I thought that was, in the gap all day, and he's able to cut it off with ease. How about Sergeant Bilko giving you this date in baseball history? 1970, Willie Mays bounced career hit number 3,000.
Through the left side of the infield. Yeah, I've got the one up there. I was getting right to it. Didn't mean to steal your thunder. I just thought it'd be funny.
No, you stole Sergeant Bilko's thunder.
Break the ball at the knees for a strike. Well, I apologize, Sergeant Bilko.
And yes. I heard he does not accept your apology.
Whatever I can do to make it up, let me know. But Willie Mays did bounce career hit number 3,000 to the left side of the infield off Mike Wagner in the 2nd inning of San Francisco's 10-1 romp over Montreal.
That was a foul ball that bounced right next to a customer at the Sweet Shack.
Get
was
those a whole
close.
lot. Actually, one of the innings I was off in the All-Star game, I was sitting at the back of this second deck, looking onto the parking lot, just sitting there, you know, kind of leaned over looking. I almost got hit with a baseball.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Were you near my dad?
No, I was on the first base side.
My dad was saying on the third base side, he was just looking down at his phone and a foul ball landed like right next to him.
Breaking ball, grounder to third. Decent route for Holdhouse to back up. Goes the easy way to second. No chance at first. 5-4 fielder's choice. And get Rushford off the base paths, but Blomkus replace him up first base. 2 outs in the inning now for Hank Zeisler. I was a little disappointed in myself too, because it was definitely one where if I was facing forward and paying attention, you know, I could have. It was in my reach to make a catch. Now I don't know if I would have made that catch. Wasn't quite ready for it, and I fold under pressure, so I probably would have dropped it.
You do fold under pressure?
Unbelievably, fold under pressure. Zeisler bouncer on the first pitch, and the shortstop Shelley picks it up on the right side of second base and steps on second for the third out. So Mississippi starting to settle in defensively, and a nice inning there for Jackson Smith, but Florence still leads by 5. Third of the way left. Evan Webster back out to the mound on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, just whenever you see that third guy come in here, you could put up the picture by picture. He's pretty inconsistent on when he comes, so I don't know if it's top 7 or bottom 7. No problem. Top half of the 7th inning, we have a Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken pitching change. With a new wing coming into the game, you can pick up the best wings in the tri-state area. Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, always fresh, never frozen. It's the end of the line for Evan Webster. Goes 6 shutout innings, picks up just 1 K, but really limited damage. 2 hits, couple of walks. I am actually shocked to not see him out there at 86 pitches. He has been pulled from the game. The new wing will be Max Whitesell, working with a 5-0 lead in the top of the 7th. Mississippi was getting around their third time through. It's 4-5-6, Diaz, Holt, and Booker. First pitch grounded over to Broussard. Throw on to first is in time. New pitcher, still a lot of action for Broussard over at third. 1 away on the first pitch from Whitesell. Again, not a high strikeout game for Webster. He's actually had a few of those where it's just not high strikeouts, but he's super efficient, rolling a lot of grounders and not doing, not having a lot of hard contact. Kyle Booker, the only person to get hits against him. And then he had 2 walks, both to Tavis Payne. So it was that spot, 6th and 7th in the order. Both those guys reach base. Really the only blemish for Webster. 1-0 the count to Travis Holt, who's 0 for 2. Haven't seen Max Whitesell on the mound in a little while. Whitesell, the righty reliever for Florence. Last time pitched was July 10th, an inning or a third of an inning pitch. 2 hits, 5 runs, 3 of them earned. 2 walks and no Ks. That one's fouled away. Down the first baseline, Zeisler over towards the netting. And a bare hand grab from a man down the first base line. Heck of a play. That was nonchalant. Did we get that all the way on HTN? That was impressive. I don't know if we could play it. Yeah, can we play a replay on that? I mean, that was awesome. One and two the count with one away and nobody on base. Being told they are trying to catch that on replay. That's great. The 1-2. Slider misses outside. 2-2 the count. Hey, take another look at this one. Heck of a grab here. That might be the play of the day. Underhand, bare hand grab, Ben. What do you think of that?
That's one I'm never making, that's for sure. I mean, just so smooth, so nonchalant, just.
That's great. Nice job by our TD as well from Home Team Network, Ariel. Great job there.
So we don't have the banana ball rules where that counts as an out?
Yeah, you're right. That would have counted. And at that point, the crowd would have erupted. Full count to Holt. Sergeant Bilko also with the seal of approval. Nice grab in the stands. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Or they're going to say a foul tip. Not in the glove there of Kyle Harbison. So staying alive. Count stays full, one away. Payoff again. Fastball fires it in there, but missing downstairs at 90 miles per hour. A one-out walk for Travis Holt.
Yeah, I misspoke before the top of the seventh that Webster didn't come back out there. I think a little higher pitch count than you would think in scoreless 6 innings.
He was 86 pitches.
Yeah, coming back off the All-Star break, you kind of want to ramp guys up.
Yeah, no, that was certainly caught us by surprise. I got to assume it's just to not see, fully see them the third time through. However, he faced the 1, 2, 3 in the order the third time through. Maybe that was. I did see a lot of off speeds kind of middle of the order and down. Maybe he didn't want to see those off speeds again to those guys.
Yeah.
Kyle Booker's 2 for 2 on the day. He's got both hits for Mississippi. Runner on first and one away, Florence with a 5-0 lead. They have 9 hits compared to the Mississippi 2. 1-1, chopper over towards the right side. Blomquist using the range, able to bounce throw onto first, and it pulls Zeisler off the bag. That'll be a base hit for Kyle Booker, a 3-hit day. Really nice try there from Blomquist, just not able to make the tough play.
To another infield single, that's the second now for Booker. That's a harder play than it looks for Blomquist. I know he's relatively close, but when you are sprinting like that to go get the ball, you have no time to slow down a turn.
Yeah. It's a really tough play. Toby Hall going to go talk to Whitesell, try and calm him down. Whitesell is, returning from a tough outing back in Joliet. I think even he would agree that's probably not his favorite outing on the season.
No.
So trying to rebound after that. Other than that, he's been spectacular for Florence this year. And last year as well, 0-2 record with a 2.19 ERA across 17 games. 18 Ks, just 2 walks. Back in 2025. The Wright State alum trying to get things together here. One away, runners first and second. It's the beer batter of the game, Tevis Payne digging in. First pitch misses inside at 79 on the off speed. Well, Ben, it's been a controversial topic on the day, and I'm ready to talk to you about it now. Okay. My fantasy football punishment was done today, not by me, but in our fantasy league, and This has been a topic of conversation just between Ben and I and Florence Y'all's analytics group up here in the press bucket. Now, it was a gauntlet-type punishment where you had to pick 3 from a list, pick 3 activities from a list, and complete them in one day. That one misses outside 2 and 1. The person that did the punishment today made 100 college extra points, which is from the 20-yard line. Field goal there. 2-1 skied behind home plate, now to play. He then made 450 5-foot putts and then ran a half marathon. Completed all those within the day. I can tell you, he started around 8 a.m., finished at 6:30.
Hats off to him.
Hats off to him. Impressive. Impressive. So he had a long day. That was Devin Loftus. We'll give him the shout-out. And those were the 3 he chose. Now, this is a former baseball player. Played with him in high school on the varsity team, and he, shocked he did not do the softball one. Swing and a miss on the outer half. Half-price beer for everyone in attendance. The beer banner of the game, successful here. Strike out of Tevis Payne. 2 away with runners first and second. Now, the other options, and the first one is the one that's been contested. It is 350 3-pointers. So not 400 like I was saying. It's 350 3-pointers.
Okay.
30 crossbars was another one. 30 crossbars from a penalty shot or further in soccer.
Okay.
100 homers on a softball field using a softball on misses or in there for a strike. 450 cornhole makes on a regulation 27-foot board. That's just
What people don't realize is how far regulation cornhole boards are. That's not what you're playing at your local grad party.
Certainly not. 0-1 misses downstairs. The 455-foot putts, 100 college extra points, 2,000 pins in bowling. Can only play as 1 player per game. That's pretty hard. And then run a half marathon. And you're able to use as many balls as you want and also have someone rebound or, go help gather them. I think he did it all by himself.
Okay.
For me, I would have chose 100 home runs on a softball field. I would have done the 100 college extra points, and then I would have done the 30 crossbars.
Okay.
I honestly think the crossbar penalty shot.
That's tough. Dude, crossbars are hard.
But you could honestly just flick, a bunch of balls at it. 1-2 misses outside. It's pretty close. I was pretty good at penalty kicks back in the day. I got to assume I could just, rattle off maybe just 200 shots and hit 30 of them on the bar. Now, you are saying that 350 3-pointers would be a piece of cake.
Well, okay, piece of cake is a little bit of an exaggeration. My thought process was I think it would take me somewhere around 1,000 threes to do it.
And that's 35%.
Yeah. Where freshman year of high school, that's about what I shot in games from 3.
7 years ago.
Yeah. But I take more threes now in men's league and pickup than I did in high school.
Allen bounces in the dirt and gets away from Harbison. Not going to matter. That was ball 4 to load the bases. Second walk from Whitesell.
The thought process there is there are just a lot of days in my life where I've shot 1,000 basketball shots.
Really?
Back in middle school and high school when I thought I was playing college basketball.
It would take me so long for 350 3-pointers.
The thing is, it would take all of these so long. Here's my thought process.
I
don't think it's a piece of cake. The putts, I would literally go mentally insane. 400 of those is ridiculous.
So he did 455-foot putts. Now, he was on a putting green.
Okay.
But the thing wasn't sunk into the hole. There was no hole dug. It was just the pin there.
Yeah.
And he just had to keep hitting the pin, which honestly was harder. There's another one to the backstop. Whitesell with back-to-back wild pitches will bring home the first run of the game for Mississippi. Whitesell just lacking a little control here. 2 walks in the inning and now 2 wild pitches. Runners second and third.
So here's my thought process on all of them. All right, let's get it out of the way. I cannot run a half. Did he have to actually run the whole half marathon?
No, yeah.
Any walking allowed?
He did it pretty quickly.
I'm
assuming he ran.
I simply physically cannot run a half.
It was
marathon.
like a 10-minute mile pace at one point, just a little over. That one's in there for a strike.
I can't do that. The home runs, I can't do that. I cannot physically do that. I never played baseball past 5th grade. The field goal, I think out of all of these, is the biggest no-brainer.
100%.
Because you just start to figure it out a little bit.
Yep.
And it's just
you
the
get in the
smallest
groove.
number. I think it's a no-doubter for me. I would do the basketball, the crossbar, and the field goal.
And you wouldn't do the cornhole makes.
No.
No,
Dude,
that one's hard.
regulation is
Yeah,
so
yeah.
far. And I think for any
The only thing I like about the cornhole makes is, you could stay in the same spot and someone just
Yeah.
keeps giving you bags.
but that's what it is for basketball too.
Yeah.
That's what people don't understand about the basketball shot is like when you're catch and shoot, you're gonna find a rhythm at some point. Like
Yeah. That 2,000 pins in bowling.
I'm a terrible bowler.
I mean, 300 is the perfect game, right? That's
yeah.
how that goes.
You're playing a
That's-
lot of games.
Yeah.
So here's the thing about bowling. I actually think that one might be the most physically taxing.
I'd agree. Swing and a miss. Kyle Harbison hangs on, and Max Whitesell able to limit the damage. A run comes across from Mississippi. Now a 5-1 Florence lead. Looking to get it right back when we head to stretch time at Thomas More Stadium. Don't go anywhere. More Florence Yells baseball coming up. Stretch time always brought to you by the Stretch Lab. Their team of highly trained flexologists will give you a deeper stretch than you could ever achieve on your own. Visit stretchlab.com to find a location near you today. Bottom of the 7th, Florence with a 5-1 lead. Just surrendered their first run on the other side. Still facing Jackson Smith. He pitched a clean inning, allowing 1 hit. Stranding a runner on first. We'll have Garrett Broussard, Brendan Bobo, and Marcus Brodell. 4-5-6-2 up for the Yalls. Sergeant Bilko said, okay, let's all take a breather for a second. Regulation distance for cornhole boards is 27 feet, measured from the front edge of one board to the front edge of the other.
That's a lot. That's far.
No, that is really far. Ben asked an important question on the commercial break, that first pitch in there for a strike. If I didn't do softball, which would I do? And to that I responded, probably the half marathon or the putts. And then he asked if I was a basketball player, and I was like, yeah, I played throughout high school, but not really a shooter. Ben says he's just a shooter.
So I'll tell you what my basketball path looked like. I don't get to talk about this a lot. This is kind of fun, actually. So I've been this height, or pretty close to it, since the beginning of high school.
Yeah.
I was, a very tall player. Was definitely a lot of pounds skinnier back in high school when I played. And I got to a moment back in about middle school where, it was like, if I wanted to play any sort of college basketball, and I was not gunning for D1. I was never going to be a D1 player. But at that height, it was like, if I'm going to play college basketball, I'm not going to be a big. So my last 2 years of basketball, I started training as if I was like a 3. So,
as a small forward?
Training to be a small forward.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean I played small forward
Okay.
like freshman and sophomore year. And again, never made it past JV. JV was the cutoff for me. But I went to a very big high school with a very good basketball team. But I tried to follow the same path my brother did.
I'll tell you what, at high school at one point they had me as a stretch 5.
Really?
Yeah.
That's why.
We did not have much height on one of the teams.
Well, see, that was the thing. Is like I was that tall, that age, but I wasn't like there was a couple guys bigger than me.
Yeah.
But my brother's 6 years older than me. He went to play D3 basketball. He is actually an inch taller than me. And he literally can't do anything on the basketball court but shoot threes. Like, he is a three-point specialist.
Yeah.
That's all he does.
Garrett Broussard down on strengths.
Now, he's a lot more mobile than I am. But that was a kind of route I tried to go down. So, yeah, but my freshman year of high school, I shot about 37% from three on about 3 attempts per game. And I'll tell you, you want to play basketball with me, I'm as big as I am. I'm so soft in the paint.
Like butter in the paint, huh? That one runs inside and hits Bobo. Express pass on to first. All hit-by pitches are brought to you by Airport Paint and Body. When life throws a fastball at your ride, go Airport Paint and Body. Find a location near you today. We're going to bring in Cowboy Kurt Kramer. Kurt, how are you doing today? And you got the Santa Claus hat on. Is that the one that Ben was wearing, or did you bring that up?
I walked into the booth. It was laying on the seat. I put it on.
There you go.
There's a lot of sweat in there. I'm sorry.
It's dried up. I don't feel it. But don't worry. I'll be leaving with you with something when I'm out of here.
Christmas in July. Marcus Brodell at the plate. A single his last time up. He's 1 for 3. Oh, Rich Tettemer just got home. Left at 8 a.m. today. Got back at 8 p.m. A full 12-hour drive.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
0-1
laces it into left field. It's going to drop in for a base hit. Brodell's second hit of the day. Runners first and second and one away for Tyler Schoenfeld. Kurt, we will save the Rip That Pack for the top of the 8th. But in the meantime, we were talking about my fantasy football league's person that did the punishment did it today. And this punishment idea was a gauntlet and basically given a list of 3 sports, or given a list of a bunch of sports activities, and you had to pick 3 of them and complete it in one day. So I'll read off the list for you, and you tell me which 3 you would do.
All right.
First pitch downstairs to Schoenfeld, 1-0. 350 3-pointers, 30 crossbars on a soccer goal from penalty spot or further, 100 home runs on a softball field, 450 cornhole makes on a regulation board, regulation distance, 450 5-foot putts, 100 college extra points, that's a 20-yard field goal, 2,000 pins in bowling, can only play as 1 player per game, or run a half marathon.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to knock that marathon off right away because you cannot drink beer and run at the same time. So
these are all physically taxing enough. You can't do any of those.
You know what I can do?
You could probably do the softballs and drink
I
beer.
can drink all night and bowl. So let's go ahead.
Wow.
Let's do that. Let's go ahead and bowl.
I mean, you know how many games you have to do at an average
For
level?
2,000.
I will granny roll them things right down the lane.
Ground ball right side over to the first baseman. Schoenfeld legs it out for an infield single. Fritz did not break for the bag, and Smith did not cover in time. Smith looked like he was upset at Fritz not getting over there.
I think there was a gut reaction, just a little frustration towards his first baseman. But, yeah, definitely some miscommunication.
Second hit of the day for Schoenfeld. The bases are loaded with 1 away.
And I'll tell you, this is an easy list for me because the 450 5-footers, okay, I can handle that. Also, I can drink beer while I do that.
The only thing about the 455-foot putts is not having to go pick up the ball, or you'd have to go pick up the ball every time doing it. Off speed in there for a strike to Dylan Baker, 0-1.
I mean, I'd be getting that with my putter every single time.
It is rumored that Phil Mickelson would make 100 4-foot putts every day and would not stop until he hit 100.
0-1 misses outside.
And then I'm going to go with field goals because I used to be able to hit 45.
Yeah,
in
no,
my prime.
I could
so
hit
20 is no
further.
problem.
No
20
doubt.
is no doubt.
No
problem.
doubt. So for us, the 100 extra points and the 30 crossbars were pretty easy for us.
Now I'm going to throw this in here too. I think
1-1.
I can drink beers and kick field goals at the same time too.
It's only 100. I think you'd be able to.
Maybe that's something we got to try later this season.
I said I'd want to try this for fun.
Okay. I would absolutely try this for fun.
Yeah. Maybe Monday. Here's the 2-1 to Baker.
Mitchell Spilley in the house, my lead cook, one of my favorite people in the world, dropping off a little Lee's and some good old glizzies from Nathan's.
And his Chase DeLauder jersey, too.
3-1 the count to Baker with the bases loaded and one away. Jackson Smith from the stretch, his 3-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Baker behind on 85.
Mitchell, another one of those unfortunate Cleveland faithfuls. Him and I share a lot of sorrow being Browns fans.
You're a Browns fan?
Yeah, unfortunately I am. Browns and Bucks. Once Baker went to the Buccaneers, I kind of said, hey, there's my NFC team I can root for finally. And, you know, the Browns are the Browns.
Full count to Dylan Baker. Florence with a 5-1 lead here in the bottom of the 7th.
You know what's sad, too, is people used to, you know, talk smack and trash to me, and now they just come up and they feel sorry for me. They
Payoff pitch, fouls it away.
Put their arms around me and say, man, I'm sorry. I am sorry you have to wear that jersey.
Can't really respond to that.
Count stays full, straight up defense for Mississippi. Trying to turn two up the middle.
Could be worse. I could be a Cowboys or a Phillies fan.
Payoff pitch. Called, strike 3, top of the zone. Baker down on strikes. Every bit of that one in the zone by a good margin. That's the second called strike 3 of the inning. That'll bring up Kyle Harbison, who's 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored.
I'm sorry, Eagles fan. I could be a Cowboys or Eagles fan. Make things a lot worse.
You could be.
So you don't like 2 Super Bowls within the last 10 years?
A lot of luck there. A lot of luck.
I agree.
That's wild. Off-speed misses outside.
What would you say the hardest on the list is?
353 pointers.
I think that is the hardest one.
I think so.
Maybe cornhole makes. We'll see tonight. I'm going to start just rattling off shots for cornhole. That one's fouled away, 1-1.
I think cornhole might be the easiest on the list.
No, you're nuts. 27 feet, 450.
You realize what we play here is not nearly 27 feet.
Even then, I was saying, like, how many do you actually hit when you are playing just regularly?
Say 3 a game, 4 a game.
Okay, well then you're out there forever. There's a ground ball over to second. He'll throw it on to first to end the inning. Florence strands the bases loaded. A lot of meat left on the bone. We head to the top of the 8th with a 5-1 lead when we return to the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. Got a Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken pitching change with a new wing coming into the game. You could pick up the best wings in the tri-state area. Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, always fresh, never frozen. It's Jet Lotus in for Max Whitesell. Whitesell's final line, an inning pitch, 1 hit, 1 run, 2 walks, and 2 Ks for Whitesell. Lotus now in, making his 6th appearance of the season. He's gone 5 1/3 innings pitched, 4 hits, just 1 run allowed, 3 walks, and 7 Ks. Struck out the side against Joliet back on July 11th, his last time on the bump for the Yalls. First time out since the All-Star break. One of those guys for Florence that They were happy to get off of the IL and sort of act as a transaction in its own, bringing some life to the back of the bullpen. First pitch misses outside to the top of the order, Brayu and Skinner. We will get to our Rip That Pack segment now. Skinner, Fritz, and De La Rosa. And we are going to do our 2026 Donruss. Now, we have opened Donruss on the broadcast before. I've opened it on the road, and then we had that All-Star game, Rip That Pack, where we had 2 of them from the Donruss. But, Kurt, this is your first time opening 2026 Donruss, correct?
It is. I'm excited. I'm a big fan of the Donruss.
Now, if you remember 2025, I think Donruss was one of our favorite pack openings just because we loved all the inserts in there and everything that you got. Now, this year, you're always guaranteed a autograph or memorabilia card. I'm telling you, it's usually the autograph or usually the memorabilia card. But also in the 2 boxes that I've opened, I've got a number card in each. And they've both been pretty good. We saw that out of 50, Gage Wood. That went to TC Popcorn. And then on the road, I got out of 149, Reggie Jackson. Here's the 2-2, fouls it away. So, Kurt, let's let you do the honors. Take your pack there.
All right, here we go.
There's a good amount of cards in each pack as well.
These are thick.
Yeah.
Now, I was saying earlier how sweet it would be to get a Johnny Bench downtown out of these.
2-2, fouls it away to stay alive.
I like too is the throwback. They do all the throwback cards.
Yes.
Bobby Witt,
Cade Horton
Bo
broadcasted him.
Jackson, little Bo.
There you
Little
go.
Bo for the
I think you got a
PC.
numbered card.
And I did. There's a Blake Mitchell rated prospect, a Mike Piazza cracked ice.
Purple. Flip it over.
Out of 100.
Out of 100.
60 out of 99 Piazza.
Very cool card. There's a grounder over towards the first baseman, Zeisler, who does make the play. 3-1 on the put away for out number 1. Mike Piazza on the numbered out of 100. Very nice looking card there. 60 out of 99.
I mean, this pack is nothing but Hall of Famers. Bo Jackson, Mike Piazza, Bobby Witt Jr., soon to be, will eventually be, Vlad Guerrero Sr., little Chipper Jones, Paul Skeens, Miguel Cabrera, Tony Lazzeri.
That's an optic shimmer, yeah.
And then a Madison Bumgardner optic refractor.
Yeah, nice optic chrome there, Madison Bumgardner.
And a Diamond Marvels, Marcelo Mayer.
That's a cool insert, not numbered or anything, but those look cool, yeah.
And then a Kalen Culpepper rookie and a Kyson Witherspoon rookie. Mike Piazza, of course, rated one of the greats of all time in his position.
Yeah, unfortunately a Met. But still a good catcher.
Unfortunately a Met indeed.
Well, that is going to be a tough one to beat.
Yes, sir.
I think I'd have to get a pretty good autograph or the memorabilia card.
Pretty sharp, too.
2-1 the count. I'll tell you, I think I got the memorabilia card here.
Ooh.
That one's fouled away. So we'll start off with Robin Yount. Yeah, there's the memorabilia card. We'll move that to the back. Starting off with Robin Yount. Heard a lot about him actually today. Watched a video on him. The Milwaukee Brewers, we get Colt Keith, third baseman for the Detroit Tigers. Ricky Henderson, all-time stolen base leader.
Forever all-time.
Yeah, probably won't be touched. Luis Angel Acuna. That one misses. Full count now. Hideki Matsui. Not the biggest fan of Matsui after what he did to the Phils in the 2009 World Series.
Holding that grudge.
Got Elston Howard on the Rocket Refractor, not numbered or anything. Pretty cool. That one misses outside, a one-out walk to A.J. Fritz. Roman Anthony. It's always a big-time chase. We get Johnny Bench. Do get Johnny Bench. Not the one we were looking for, but here you can have that. Bench. Jimmy Fox, we were talking about him earlier. Jimmy Fox, first baseman for the Philadelphia A's. We do have a Cincinnati Deion Sanders. That's what I love about this Donruss. They always have the Cincinnati Deion Sanders there. Off speed in there for a strike. We'll go to the back and save the jersey patch for last. Got Carlton Fisk on the Optic Shimmer, as well as Riley Quick on the Rated Prospect Optic Shimmer. Another Rated Prospect there, and Charlie Condon. So 2 rated prospects at the back.
Some gold cracked ice.
It's the orange cracked ice. It's the same as always. And I'm definitely not going to be beating you. Gavin Feen. Don't even know who that is for Texas. But that is our jersey patch. Ground ball, hot shot down the third baseline off the glove of Broussard and into foul territory. It will be a single for Emil De La Rosa. Down the hot corner, runners first and second, and one away.
Caught Broussard right on the palm of the mitt, took off till the third base wall on.
Yeah, that's a tough play. Just a hot shot right back at him.
Yeah, that was, a hot shot. It'll be a base hit for Emil De La Rosa. Brings up Victor Diaz in a similar spot to yesterday. Now Patrick McCormick's going to come take a look, I guess, at Jet Lotus. Or Garrett Broussard. Jet telling him, I don't need any help. So we got our jersey patch and a numbered card. Well, I guess we'll see how the rest of the box goes because we pulled the heat.
We did.
On day one.
Only fitting for the temperatures here at Thomas More today.
And usually, you get a jersey patch, you probably win, rip that pack, but not today.
Not today.
Not
so
today.
So Kurt win?
Kurt win.
There's a Curdy Bob win.
We are all tied up.
Without a doubt, a Kurt win.
9 to 9 to 5. Or I guess it's 9-9-5 ties.
Yes.
Tie all around.
Yep.
Now we have I pulled a Paul Skeens jersey patch in my first box of Donruss. I think if I pulled that again, that would have been.
I'd give you the W.
That probably would have been the dub there. Gavin Feen, like I said, I've never heard of him.
I'm going to be honest. I'm surprised you didn't say I have broadcasted this guy before.
From Texas, no. Grounder over towards Garrett Broussard. He'll tag third for one. Throw across the diamond is in time. A double play, and Garrett Broussard with some flashy glove work to get the Y'alls out of the inning. We head to the bottom of the eighth looking for insurance. A 5-1 lead when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. Bottom half of the eighth inning. The Florence faithful are going crazy for some Big Frog t-shirts. Playing monkey in the middle there on the third base dugout. We're going to play monkey in the middle with Ben's beer for Rockin' Saturday. After this one, Florence with a 5-1 lead in the bottom of the eighth. Still Jackson Smith on the mound from Mississippi. They also have the top of the order. Milo Rushford, followed by Brett Blomquist and Hank Zeisler, due up in the inning. Their fifth plate appearances of the day. Still against Jackson Smith here. Florence hoping to win the series. Don't know who they'll go to in the bullpen. Not a save situation, so technically don't have to use McAvoy, but they are warming someone up. Looks like it's going to be Logan Jones.
I was going to say, we've seen Jones in these types of situations where it's like, there's a difference between, if you're guys you go to in close games, there's a difference between being up a lot and down a lot. Down a lot is truly like your back-end relievers. When you're up by 5, it's not a close game necessarily, but still someone you want to go to that you trust. And Jones has had some really good appearances this year.
Now McAvoy last night, was that his 14th save?
14th save,
14
yeah,
saves.
league high 14th save.
Congratulations to him.
And I've told Mac several times, the most saves I've seen any player in my career here for Florence get was 6.
Wow.
So he had, demolished that by the All-Star break by double.
Well, did you talk to Aiden in the clubhouse today?
You know what? I ran into Aiden actually yesterday in the clubhouse when we were dropping some food out, and shook his hand and said, "Congrats on the 14." I think I said 13 accidentally, and was corrected. But
He was quick to correct you.
But yeah, it wasn't him. It was not him who corrected me. He's very gracious.
Pitching coach Zach Westcott, 2-0 in there for a strike. 2-1.
My brother.
There you
twin,
go.
My twin brother, Zach Westcott.
Close resemblance. Close resemblance.
There's a lot of guys with long hair in this organization.
Yeah.
Living free.
Max Johnson. There's the 2-1, misses outside. 3-1 the count.
Tell you what, Corey Call's starting to grow out some lettuce.
Yeah. Well, Zach Jury used to have long hair.
I did hear that.
Those pictures, solid.
Yeah. I barely even spoke to Zach in my first year here, my first summer, until I hit the stadium ops. And by that time, he had already chopped it off. That one's fouled away.
Wait, he had long hair while he was working here?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, so right when I had got here, and then probably about halfway through the season, he had shaved it for some reason.
I think he started getting the natural cut
Yeah.
going. Some guys, are just strike you as long hair kind of guys, and Zach is. I was surprised to hear that Zach had the chops growing.
Payoff pitch, ground ball right side over towards the second baseman. Swallows it up, throw on to first is in time. 4-3 on the put away of Rushford. He's 1 for 5 today. Brings up Brett Blomquist, 2 for 4 line with an RBI and 2 runs scored. Struck out and grounded into a fielder's choice his last 2 times up.
As you mentioned, though, we got a rockin' Saturday tonight with the closers.
Yeah.
The closers are in the house. They've been here several times.
And are the
Great group of
closers
guys.
singing Christmas music for Christmas in July, or are they just, going to go at it?
They are wearing Santa hats,
Okay.
but Christmas music, no.
Me and you talked about off air. It is too hot today to wear Christmas hats.
I mean, I lasted 5 minutes in the broadcast with yours, so.
Now it's fouled off the leg. Patrick McCormick, the athletic trainer, going to come take a look at Blomquist.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of how hot it's been, shout out to Y'all-Star.
Yeah, that's true.
Week.
That's true. Y'all-Star still sitting over there as Santa Claus?
I'm not sure, but I got my picture taken on Y'all-Star Santa's lap today.
Did you?
I sure did.
Wow.
I sure did. Maybe we can get a picture for the good folks at home.
I don't know if they want to see that.
Let's see. Let's see if we can bring it up for them. Show them all what they're missing here at Thomas More tonight.
This is scary for Blomquist, too. He was dealing with that knee injury before
Yeah, I was going to say that's
the All-Star break.
It's definitely the piece where you
That's
don't
good.
want it to hit him. Hopefully you did not. Here is a good picture of Kurt with Y'all-Star.
There it is.
A very good photo. That one skied out towards right field. In comes Payne for out number 2. Thankfully, he did not hit a home run there, because then Kurt's All-Star pick would have been on that home run call.
What'd you ask for, Kurt?
For the Browns to win at least 7.
That's what you asked for? You could have asked for something for Rip That Pack.
I just felt good coming in.
Here's Hank Zeisler, 3 hits away from tying the Florence franchise all-time hit record. Already hit a home run today, a 2-run blast in the first. It's the lone homer of the day for Florence. You had predicted Blomquist in the 6th.
I did.
That'll hopefully be his last time up there, as long as Florence is able to take care of business in the top of the 9th. Unless they hit around with 2 outs. Always possible.
We have seen that kind of craziness here this season. So
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. It's a 1-1 count to the captain. Not as egregious a shift against Hank in this one. 1-1. That one's fouled away. Still a shift with the shortstop shaded up the middle. Recently, that shortstop's been more on the second base side instead of the shortstop side.
I think that foul ball went right into the general store.
Into it?
Into
Into
the
it.
store.
Right over near the blend mobile for Better Blend. Tell you what, did you have a Better Blend at the All-Star banquet?
I did not. It looks amazing, though.
Yeah,
I
it was
wanted to
great.
stop and grab some today.
It was great. I got what they called like a Power Bowl, Super Power Bowl or something,
Okay.
and it was good. It had like 23 grams of protein in it.
That is good.
And I was speaking during the All-Star banquet. I did not eat much food. I couldn't eat before. Whether you're nervous or not. That one's sky deep out towards center field. Skinner trying to find it in the shadow, and it's out of here. That one kept carrying, and Skinner looked like he had a chance. Deep into the night sky, Zeisler with a 2-run shot. Florence with some insurance. Sorry, a solo shot, his second homer of the day. It's 6-1.
That thing hung in the air forever before it got out.
Yeah, that's going to be one of the crazier home runs you see because Skinner lost it. It looked like usually when guys throw up those hands like, hey, I lost it, it's the ball's in play. But Zeisler gave that ball no chance.
Yeah. I thought he was going to get it there.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. I mean, he never wants to give up a run, but Skinner probably a little bit relieved that ball was over the fence.
Yes. Broussard grounds the first pitch foul.
A little bit of, that's not my fault then.
Yep. 0-1 the count. Florence on top 6-1. Hank Zeisler, his second hit of the day, stands 2 away from the all-time hit record. That one's blitzed into center field. First hit of the day for Garrett Broussard. Sorry, second hit of the day for Broussard. Now 2 for 5 line. Brings up Brendan Bobo. He's 1 for 3 with a double in the first. Was hit by a pitch his last time up. First pitch to Bobo, swing and a miss on the outer half. That certainly eases things up for Logan Jones as well. Now a 5-run lead to work with. Would be great to win the series, too.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I think Mississippi's going to thank Jackson Smith, though, for being able to finish this game if he can.
Go 3 innings here. 0-2 the count, 2 away. Tell you what, Zeisler's also going to make things interesting in the home run column for his all-time home run record chase. That gets him to 4 away from that. He's now at 9 home runs on the season after his 2 today. 0-2, fouls it away. So Zeisler would need a 3-hit day tomorrow to break it, and hopefully his family has a late flight. 0-2, misses outside.
Well, you should feel decently confident about him getting it home, maybe.
Yeah, oh
Maybe
yeah.
3 hits the next 4 days.
But they might just have to listen to it on HTN.
Wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, would it?
Wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. They get to hear the call. Here's the 1-2. Grounder foul. I actually got to meet, there was about a 20-person group there for the Zeislers yesterday. And got to meet a lot of the family. And you know what I thought was very cool is that the Marlise Zeisler, Hank's mom, her best friend also listens to every game on HTN. And you don't see that often. You don't see like the best friend of a family member listening to their son's every baseball game. Usually it's the family members. 1-2, check swing, goes all the way around. A strikeout of Brendan Bobo, and that should end the offense on the night for Florence. A 6-1 lead as we head to the top of the ninth. Kirk Kramer, you are going to take off here.
Yes, sir. Ben, Roar, thanks again for having me up for another Rip That Pack. I will see you guys back on Tuesday. Or no, tomorrow.
Yep.
Tomorrow. I thought it was Sunday. So back tomorrow for another Rip That Pack. And for me, it's time for some good old cold, tasty beers.
Thanks, Kurt. We'll see you in the top of the ninth. Florence with a 6-1 lead, trying to close it out. Ariel, just a reminder that we do have a post-game interview, so just keep the camera on home plate. Thank you. Top of the ninth, Logan Jones in to close it out. Florence with a 6-1 lead over Mississippi. 5 runs to work with. Jones will face Travis Holt, Kyle Booker, and Tevis Payne for Mississippi. Welcome back to the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN, as well as the Florence Y'all's radio network. Rory Tettemer joining you in the press bucket. Ben Hauer will wait for our player of the game in the post-game interview. Probably going to be Evan Webster. Reason being, obviously, 2 home runs from Hank Zeisler. You're going to have the chance to talk to Hank in either tomorrow or sometime next series. Don't often get to talk to Evan Webster. 1-0 the count. Off-speed misses downstairs. Logan Jones, so far this season, for Florence. 10 innings pitched, 10 hits, 8 runs, 11 walks, and 8 Ks. He's actually been pretty good his last 2 times out. Inning pitch, no hits, no runs, a walk, no strikeouts against Joliet. Pitched a clean third of an inning, got out of a jam against Joliet with a K. Some good stuff. Had 2 1/3 against Windy City. 3 hits, scoreless baseball. 1-1. Off-speed misses inside. Florence acquired Jones after a release from Tri-City that placed him on waivers. Florence picked him up, brought him over, and said, why not? We'll take a righty that had some very good stats outside of one blow-up outing for Tri-City, which they put him on the waivers after. That one's in there for a strike. 2-2. Played in Mahoning Valley with the Scrappers in the MLB Draft League last year. 2-2. Off-speed, grounder, third base side. Diving play from Broussard. Tried to get a spin throw, but he's not able to get it out of the glove. A base hit for Travis Holt. And a leadoff single now for the Mud Monsters. Really nice stop there from Garrett Broussard. Would have been a tough play all the way around. Brings up Kyle Booker, who's picked up 3 hits today. Now 5 hits for the Mud Monsters. Booker 3 for 3. First pitch to the lefty, way outside. I wouldn't be shocked if Florence, eventually, I guess 2 runners on base, or the bases loaded, start to just move around McAvoy if it does become a save situation. 1-0. Missing downstairs. So just a 5-run lead. Certainly not a insurmountable lead. So it quickly becomes a save situation. Just a few runners on base. Pickoff attempt, nothing going. I think we have some Christmas carols being sung. (2-0). Cranked out towards right field, way out of here. Just like that, save situation. 6-3 ball game. And Aiden McAvoy going to start to throw around the plyo ball and get warm. Kyle Booker, a 4-for-4 night, and he caps it off with a 2-run homer to make this just a 3-run game. That was cranked. 105 off the bat, 394 on the distance. No doubt about it. Brings up Tavis Payne. McAvoy going to head to the bullpen and probably get warm quickly. Toby Hall going to go try and calm him down, but also give his closer a good amount of time to warm up. '89 high and in, that is the spot for a lefty. Definitely not able to miss there. Right into the wheelhouse for Kyle Booker. One of the best games I've seen all season. I mean, 4 for 4, 2 RBIs. Six-3 ball game here in the top of the 9th. It's a refresh now for Mississippi. Bases empty, still nobody out. Basically just starting the 9th inning, down 3 runs. 7, 8, 9 due up, Payne, Shelley, and Shield. That one misses upstairs. Not a save opportunity for Logan Jones. He started with a 5-run lead. 1-0. Grounder over towards Broussard. He gloves it on one hop. Throw across the diamond is in time, and there's out number 1. 5-3 on the putaway. That first out is always so important. Really just, immediately limits what Mississippi can do. Does look like a pinch hitter is already warming up on deck. That'll be Correll Paz. Ground ball over towards Broussard. Off of his glove and down the third base line in foul territory. On the way to second is Shelley. He'll be in with a double. That is a base hit after a sliding grab from Garrett Broussard, not able to corral it. Really tough play there down the line. A double from Shelley, the 3rd hit of the inning against Jones. Toby Hall coming out again, and that will do it. They will head to the closer, Nathan McAvoy, for another save opportunity. Logan Jones not able to get it done. He goes a 1/3 of an inning, gives up 3 hits and 2 runs, still on tap for the runner at second. Elise famous recipe chicken pitching change when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. Aiden McAvoy now in for a Hawksworth Blood Center save opportunity, trying to pick up his 15th save of the season. Got the save last night. This time it's easier and harder at the same time. He'll start with a runner in scoring position, but he only needs to get 2 outs. Slater Shield will be pinch hit for by Carell Paz. Slater Shield will end his night 0 for 3, now being pinch hit for Paz. Paz we saw in the 3 spot last night. Got the breather today, but is called upon in the 9th. We said it is a tough thing to do, being cold all game and coming on to pinch hit in the 9th. Aiden McAvoy also gets a favorable lefty-lefty matchup. That just goes to show you Jay Pesci's thinking, you know, he wanted Paz instead, even if it was at a lefty-lefty matchup. Now, he also picked up the bat while Logan Jones was on the mound. First pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. McAvoy, it was fun because he did it yesterday as well, and I didn't speak about it. But he does like to walk the first guy and then go 1, 2, 3 right after. And I say like. I doubt he does like it. That one's in there for a strike. 0-2. It just happens, and I'm sure he's okay with the result. This time, you know, he does start with that runner on second, so maybe he's just dialed in right away. 0-2 the count. Goes to 91 on the lower black there. Really good spot from McAvoy. Florence's lone all-star pitcher. Everybody else was on the offense. 6 members of the offense, just 1 from the pitching staff. It was McAvoy. Certainly earned it. League high 14 saves. A look at second. A big lead for Shelley. 0-2. Misses outside. Went back to a fastball that broke away. Two runs in the inning for Mississippi. A 2-run homer from Kyle Booker, his 4th hit of the day, has made this a save opportunity. A look at second. 1-2 from McAvoy. Slider missing just a bit outside, breaking all the way across the plate, but ending up outside. A really good pitch from Aiden McAvoy. 2-2 the count. Look at second. 2-2 pitch. Skies it foul. We'll do it again. Two. Swing and a miss on the slider inside. A really nice pitch from McAvoy. Handcuffed Paz, back up to the top of the order with 2 away and a runner on second. McAvoy with his first K, and now it's Braylon Skinner who's 0 for 3 with a hit by pitch. Again, a lefty-lefty matchup. At some point, we're just going to have to talk to McAvoy. I might make a call there. I mean, McAvoy's been great in the bullpen, and we don't talk to him just because he's not been, player of the game. Usually you think about someone that's played the whole game. First pitch in there for a strike. Oh, 1. Skied out towards right field, hanging up for Rushford. He makes the grab. McAvoy earns his league-high 15th save, and Florence wins the series with a 6-3 win here in Game 2. McAvoy comes in, faces 2, and puts them both away to end a 2-run 9th for Mississippi that brought it to a save situation. The win will go to Evan Webster, his 8th win on the season. That should also be a league high. And the loss will go to Sergio Sanchez. Florence with 5 runs early kept adding some insurance in the 8th with a home run from Zeisler. He had a 2-home-run game. Really all-around great game for Florence, seeing 3 innings from the bullpen as well. Ben Howard will be down on the field for our post-game interview. I think he's going to grab Evan Webster and McAvoy. Webster goes 6 innings, gives up 2 hits, no runs, 2 walks, and a K. McAvoy, 2/3 of an inning, no hits, no runs, no walks, and 1 strikeout for the save. Webster, obviously, his 8th win. McAvoy, his 15th save. Both of them league highs in the Frontier League. And on top of it, Florence with a series win over the Mississippi Mud Monsters. That'll also win them the season series. 5 wins and just 1 more game to play against Mississippi this year. Ben's going to get Aiden McAvoy down there, so we will send it to Ben Howard with our post-game interview.
Thanks, Rory. Aiden, your number just continues to get called here for Florence. That is your league-leading 15th save of the season. How awesome is this run and this new role to be the closer?
Oh, it's fantastic. I've been having a blast. You know, new challenge, new role, but I've embraced it, and with the trust of the staff behind me, it's been awesome. You know, like being able to come out here and just repeatedly, you know, get to learn and accomplish the task over and over again. It's been a blast, honestly.
How have you kind of transitioned into that role? You know, you've kind of been everything in your professional career, a starter, a reliever, now into this closer role. How have you transitioned? Was there much of a tough time getting acclimated?
Not really, honestly. I think it was more just getting comfortable with the situation, you know, like having really no room for error, understanding that, you know, like you're the last guy, you're the last reserve, so, you know, you got to show out for your boys. And but you know, with having some relieving appearances in my career in the past, like my arm's ready for it. You know, it's just, you know, more of the mental battle, which I've always been able to win. So,
well, that honor for you. All-Star game. How special is that?
Oh, I was having an absolute blast. It was probably one of the most fun events of my life, and it was awesome. My dad got to be here, my girlfriend got to be here, so it was really cool to have kind of a family moment and be able to be like, hey, Dad, like look at what we got, because he was my coach growing up. So being able for him to see me, all of the stuff that we've done come to fruition, it's been awesome.
Oh, thanks, Aiden. Go enjoy the fireworks.
Absolutely.
Rory.
Thanks, Aiden. Thanks, Ben. It's great talking to Aiden McAvoy. That is really cool. Awesome to hear from McAvoy. Like I said, a guy that you're not able to talk to often just because he only comes in for the inning at the end of the game. And, you know, he's been dominant, so it's great to finally see that. And obviously he's had a phenomenal season, earning that All-Star nod as well. 15 saves on the season. That's a league high for McAvoy. And I'm also going to have to wrap this up quick because it's untraditional to have the fireworks with the rain yesterday. We do have them here on Saturday. A big win for Florence. They win 6-3 over Mississippi. They win the series, also the season series against these 2 clubs. That's pretty big for Florence as well, considering their struggles against Mississippi last year. They were just 3-9. Now, at least they're going to be 5-4. Maybe they can make it 6-3 if they're able to sweep them tomorrow. 107 first pitch. Nathan Lawson gets the activation off of the IL, and he'll face left-handed pitcher John Walsh. So another lefty for the Mississippi Mud Monsters. That'll do it for us here on the broadcast booth. Special shout out to everyone tuning in, whether Frontier League Network or powered by or HTN or the Florence Y'all's radio network. Fireworks out on the field. We're going to have to end the post-game show very quickly. A big win for Florence, 6-3 over Mississippi, 13 hits for the Y'alls, 7 for the Mud Monsters. That'll do it for us tonight, saying so long from Thomas More Stadium. As always, I've been Rory Tettemer, joined by my partner Ben Howard. Y'all have a good night.